Good morning. How we doing? Oh goodness, sorry. I realized my camera was zoomed out before we started. Had to fix it. We've got Hi Fleet Kalos. Hello. I hope you feel better, especially if you were at the shop today. We've got Earbride. I know we've got Autofire, Tony. Hello, Avian, Wasted Mind. Hello. We've got a Scott. We've got Mythalion. We've got Wandering Lands continuing a gift sub. Thank you so much for continuing that gift sub. I appreciate it. And we've got Will screaming into the void. How are y'all doing today? Broso, hello. How we doing? We flexing. I got more ink, Broso. Look, there's more stuff on me now. I want here now. So I figured I'd wear a shirt where you guys could see them. So I'll show you guys those. But today, we're gonna work on this cutie. This is the Whiskey Golem from Malifaux. And these little guys are still separate. But it's basically these little gremlins that have taken over a golem that is carrying whiskey. So he actually goes down here. We've got one up here, just face first into whiskey. And then we got this little guy chilling back here. So today's plan is we're going to try and get this as close to done as we can. The plan is we have to fix this non-metallic because it's bothering me. We've got to start the actual whiskey. And I kind of want to get the gremlins themselves kind of finished up so that they're like off the list, you know, so that we can just work on the golem itself. So that's kind of the plan. What are you guys up to today? Is Sunday now finished? It's kind of become that. You guys keep voting. Speaking of, I forgot that I owe you guys another Sub Sunday poll. So I have a couple picked out that you guys told me. Is there anything else you think we should add to this list while I remove all the fuzz and stuff that got stuck on my post-it? I have Slanesh and then a Kingdom Death model, which is the Stonebreaker. Is there anything else we should add to that list, chat? Your mom, welcome in. How are you today? Wonderland's painting 20 jackals, and the point that they're done for the tables. Love that. Welcome on in. How are the jackals to paint? I've not painted any of those yet. How are they? I think I'm going to start right off with the whiskey, actually. Let's just start there, and that can start drying. What do you still have unfinished? That I could bring on stream? Lucas is done. He just needs a base. What else could we bring on? The other one I thought of was the Phoenix for Kingdom Death, but I don't think it's enough for a stream. I think it's, No, it's actually a good suggestion. I mean, I still can ban you. If I'm trying to think what else we kind of got. That would be like a good one to bring on. Slanesh is on the list. I think that's a good one, getting back to that army. The Space Wolves are kind of good until we get back to Codex time. I've just got fluff everywhere. Sadie's been busy back here, apparently. What else have we got? Seraphon we've been making good progress on. More Clanner. My clan rats are painted, son of Horus. How are you? Welcome in. We contrast to Thondom. They're all good. Right, so it's been spreading managed democracy with Helldivers Studio. What's everyone been up to this weekend? We got to play D&D yesterday, which was a good time. We are in kind of the final dungeon crawl for Curse of Strahd. My party seems to want to check out every interesting thing along the way, where I'm just like, no, when you get to the boss. Because he's gonna be hard on his own, and you're gonna want all your resources. So, trying to strike a balance between the party wanting to explore, and obviously, like, the dungeon crawl's got cool stuff going on. But also, I don't think Strahd's gonna let us long rest in his castle. So, like, we need to get a move on. So that was kind of fun yesterday. I guess it was the Bliss Barb Archers, too much pain. I need to basically pull out the Tub O Slanesh and see what I could bring on. Because I think I have some of the cavalry we could probably do. I know I have Dexessa, which would need some airbrushing, but then we could bring it on. Yeah, I'll take a look. Maybe we just throw a couple Slanesh on there. Tyrannid's done? I didn't do the Emissary. So I don't know if I'm ready to go back to them just yet. I think it's the big part for that. We did a lot of Tyrannids with Leviathan. I don't know if I'm ready to go back just yet. Alright, whiskey started. which means we gotta tackle this non-metallic. Gonders, welcome in. Hi, or Vat Rat, sorry. Welcome in. How we doing today? Netflix Callow says, my unfinished, building Gundams, more Rubric Marines, painting Exalted Sorcerers, Shatterpoint Corset, and Squad Pack, the endless Tyrannid file. That do be how Tyrannids go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for Tyranids, I just kind of have the Emissary and then the Biovore that I need to magnetize before we bring him on. I think I did pretty well, though, with Leviathan. We got a lot of Nids knocked out. But I think I'm kind of good on them for a bit. When you're ready, yeah. I think we take a little break. We'll get back to them, though. They're a fun army. We just did a lot of them when Leviathan came out. Let's see, Sunflower says, went and saw Dune 2 yesterday. Haven't seen the first one, doesn't really care about Dune at all. So I watched the 23-minute Here's What Happened in Dune 1 video before going, so I know everything I needed to know. Movie was pretty good, had some weird moments, but overall good sci-fi movie. I really enjoyed the first one. I'd like to go see the second at some point. We just don't do the movie theater very much, so like I'm okay waiting for it to be streaming. Guy with a smile, welcome in. How are ya? Working on a Whiskey Golem today. This is from Malifaux. And he's got all these cute little gremlins that have basically kind of taken over. So he'll sit like here. There's another one that's like swinging off his hand. I have misplaced him. He's somewhere in the kind of whip tubs that I have. So we will get that one a little bit later. Let me look at my reference here. But we've got a few little gremlins we will also be painting today, which will be fun. Doing good. 6-year anniversary of the wife and I becoming clan rats. Wait a second. I'm so excited for gnomes. We have some reveals to look at, Chad. Do you guys want to go through those together? We had Warhammer World reveals yesterday. Some of them are pretty cute. You guys want to check out some gnomes? We had what? Gnomes, orcs, Dark Oath, and a custodian book, I think is what we had. Yeah, congrats. No, I think he's gonna bully me into buying custodians. I saw you join the March challenge, I said mine. Gonna be fun. Got some good choices in there. Very brave. Working down the list. Let's go. Speaking of, if anyone else wants to join the March challenge, February has wrapped up. March is Painter's Choice. What we are doing is, it can actually be further along than we normally do. So normally we start at like a prime or a base coat. This one, anything goes. If there is a project you need to get done, maybe it's for Adepticon, you've got an army, or a competition piece, something like that. If it needs to get done, throw it in the March challenge. Throw it in. So that's on our Discord if you want to come join us. I'm going to be recording the February one on Wednesday. That'll be my YouTube day. Custodian mentioned, brah, what'd you think, Will? What'd you think? Alright, we need some more of our highlight here at the front. We'll blend it back in later. We just need more of it here. I played a single game of the new Blood Bowl. I'm 100% all in on gnomes. Football Fox's model here. I love the very happy one that has the football that's like running with it. He's so cute. I don't know if that's the specific one you mentioned, but he's so happy just running off with that ball. He's so cute. So cute. All right. I think we need to fix where the lighting is on this band, actually. We're gonna put it like right here. I just gotta fix this non-metallic. Now that I've done more non-metallic, I just want to fix it. The orc box is excellent. I will not buy it. An orc box that doesn't trigger FOMO. You guys want to take a look here in a second? We can. We need to resize Custodies because of Primaris. So Marines got taller. Custodies get wider. Squattier. I really thought it looked Votan to me. Everyone else was like, oh, it's Custodies. It's like, that looks strange, but they were right and I was wrong. He's the one. Sculptor just flexing with that one. He's so cute, Son of Horus. I also, again, I don't play Blood Bowl, but like I might get those just to paint and like sell when I'm done. Guess if anyone's looking for that team painted, you let me know. Because I kind of want to get it just to paint it. because they're adorable. If anyone's interested, you just let your girl know. Let's hop over there and take a look since we're all talking about it. I'll show you my tattoos also. I went on Friday to add to my arm. Meow. So I actually got 2 tattoos on Friday. The first one, you guys may have seen him in the Discord, is a little kid Goku. The best part of this one is when he was, because we did this one first, when we were just kind of letting him sit and we were working on this one, he was still bleeding a bit. So his eyes looked really bloodshot. He looked absolutely baked. It was great. And then UI Goku. So we got a then and now of Goku. But I got 2 of them on Friday. This one is very sore. For some reason, the forearm. I think it's because the second skin is pulling at my skin, like when I move. Also, anyone getting a tattoo, the elbow ditch effing hurts. It hurts so bad. Everything else has been totally fine. Elbow ditch? It's not it, fam. Not it. Hurts. Hurts. It's awful, Pat. Everything else has been fine. Right here, though. Hoot, thank you so much for that sub. For 37 months of support of Hoot Not Basing. Look at that. How are you? I'm so glad you keep track of us. The basing that you're not doing, Hoot. So glad you keep track for us. How are you? Goku is best Goku. I told Goku's an alpha father. You know, I used to say it, but he just doesn't know what to do. He just doesn't know, you know? He grew up, like, in the woods. He just doesn't know. The custodians are the Emperor's shield, not his spear. So, of course, there's wide. There's a lot of man to protect. A thick, wide boy. Wide boy. Nikki, stop giving the child alien drugs. No. I will not. All right. I ran ahead and pulled these up before streams. Let's take a look at the reveals we got yesterday. Warhammer World Anniversary. Big mechs get bigger and a new Orc Codex. I'm just going to go ahead and scroll down to the mini. Alright, this hefty lad has enough of walking around his own 2 feet like a chump, is instead strapped into a rugged exo harness designed to carry the massive madcap weapons big mechs are so fond of. He's loaded with minute mechanical details from the wires and metal plates crudely grafted to his body, the torn apron filled with tools, though he's clanked right out of his workshop. I'm gonna go ahead and enhance. Look at this. Look how cool. Magpie, welcome in. How are you? The, like, exoskeleton thing is sick. I'll be honest, I didn't get a good look at all of this because we had D&D yesterday. I also didn't realize he's got all of these things coming out of his chin here. It's pretty metal. Yeah, he looks awesome. Good choice by GW for the single model release for the Orc Codex. This is fun. I think Orc players will enjoy. Here's, looks like you got some options for the face, so you can have the full, like, metal for the jaw here. Yeah, they keep doing more of the, like, metallic bits, which is fun. It's a single model? Yeah, so he's got some options here. Alright. I can't read today, I'm sorry. It's only fair the biggest, smartest, quotes, engineers keep all the best weapons for themselves. This gives the Big Mech a selection of powerful weapons to pick from. This odd boy engineer can pinch through power armor with a brutal hydraulic claw, improvise new ventilation systems and tank holes with a whirling drilla. He also comes with a custom Mega Blasta, which you can trade out for a portable Tracta Blasta, capable of dragging aircraft out of the sky. That's pretty sick. I don't think I saw that yesterday. He's basically a mech gun. Yeah. The Big Mech's extravagant personal technology isn't limited to weapons either. Their bionic exoskeleton incorporates a shock booster, which makes boring holes in the fabric of reality a doddle. The flip and switch, the mech and their entourage fly through the warp to emerge on the other side of walls, fortifications, even enemy mobs, perfect for getting into position before a big hollering charge. So there is the shock booster. Love that. If you want to get your hands on the biggest, most beautiful of Big Mechs, you get your first chance at a new Orc battle force, the Stompa Boys. As the name suggests, it stars one of the biggest plastic models in the Warhammer 40k range. monstrously massive Stampa, along with a gaggle of hangers-on to witness its epic rampages. I can't imagine a poor new hobbyist having to build this Stampa. I joked about it in the Discord. I was like, I hope they updated the instructions. Because they're rough. It's a rough build. It's a fun paint. It's a rough build. All in all, for this box, you get the new Big Mech, the Stampa, 10 boys, a truck, and 10 Ludas. That's a lot of stuff. If you ever want to know what it feels to unleash a Titan scale beating all your sad, orcless friends, this is the time. Just look at it compared to an Imperial Knight. Look at it. I've already built the Stampa. Yeah, we're not doing that again. They have to update the instructions. Yeah, they're awful. They're awful. Last but not least, you need updated rules for all the boys. Latest Codex Orcs has everything you need. It's packed with background lore on the biggest wogs, the mightiest warlords, and modern-day goings-on of your favorite green horde. We'll have more from its packed pages as we get closer to release. So there's the book. Laughing at the GW thought ahead about it. Yeah. I do feel bad for anyone. Oh boy, my first box of Warhammer. And then they have to build a Stampa. Oh boy. Gonna be rough. That's a lot of stuff in that box, though, which is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Anyone interested in the Orc box? There's no way they sent it off as is. They probably did. What am I showing? Orcs. I showed you my orcs. Please respond. Custodies? We should hop around, shouldn't we? We should hop around. I don't actually know what's next. Show orcs. Hey, Mr. Joe, welcome in. They don't like to release price things ahead of time, so I would assume it's close to the other battle forces we've received. So if you want to look at some of the pricing for the previous ones, that's what they tend to do. Welcome on in. Show the Custodies last. I don't remember what's next. It's next. Sorry, chat. Stampa's a no-go for me. I have two. Again, they're a cool model. They're a pain to build. That's the heads up if you're new to orcs and looking at that box. All right, Warhammer World Anniversary. New Shield Captain brings the heat for Codex Adeptus Custodes. Does this just start mid-sentence? What is happening here? I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. Shield Captains rank among the greatest warriors in all the known galaxy, equipped with superlative strategic abilities and combat prowess, not to mention an armor more finely wrought than any other in the Imperium. An absolute mastery of weapons and will, Shield Captains are large and very much in charge. Custodian Guard and Custodian Warden boxes both include the option to build one of your precious warriors as a Shield Captain. This new plastic miniature strikes a striking standalone alternative, featuring a new loadout and choice of a helmeted or bare head. Paul John's Live, welcome in. How are ya? We're looking at the reveals from yesterday. How are you? Someone forgot to proofread. That's, I guess, why we're here. That's why we're here. So yeah, this is, it's not for me. He looks a little goofy. Hi, Paranoia. How are you? Welcome in. I think he looks a little goofy. He looks squished. Got squished. Let's clip out a Custodian Guard and stretch him. Let's see. A few things can hope to defeat a shield captain in close combat. When those veteran commanders lug an ornate Presidium shield into battle, become a one-man strongpoint, fit to fend off whole armies. Naturally, the greatest defense is a good offense. Devastating Pirate Spear adds some serious offense to the shield captain's arsenal. Opulent weapon dates back to the earliest ages of the Imperium. An elegant power spear, which trades the traditional Custodian boltcaster for a high-power melta beam to deliver some eye-watering output up close. So there is the spear. You look squish. Wow. My tall eyes could never. The first place we're going to acquire this new shield captain is the Auric Champions Battle Force, another Battle Force box here. Alongside their spear-toting leader, you get 5 Custodian Wardens, 6 Alaris Terminators, 6 Virtus Praetors who soar into battle on Dawn Eagle jet bikes. So there is the box for the Custodes. Find the latest rules for these paragons of combat. Look no further than new Codex Adeptus Custodes. Contains up-to-the-minute background information on the Custodes, datasheets, detachments covering the Emperor's bodyguards, And the Sisters of Silence. But with more information on just what's inside, closer to release. So more to come, it sounds like. But there's the cover, some cool art. None of you are down with the thickness. I'm glad you're excited, Will. I'm glad you like him. I'll be honest, I'm not huge on Custodies to start with, so. He's not for me, but I'm glad they get a model. I'm glad he's got a tactical column. I'm not as big on them, but for those who are waiting for Custodies, he does look nice. He's short and wide. Yeah, he just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's not for me. Maybe it's the plume. I don't know if it's like the gap between the feathered and his head or what. I was looking at the helmet to see if I like that more. It's not for me. It's not for me. But Custody stuff coming, and that is exciting. Next up, we've got Warhammer World Anniversary. Gunnar Brand leaves the Oathbound into the Mortal Realms. I love these. These are so fun. These are for me. You may have seen Gunnar in his Oathbound in an animated section of Warhammer Plus and the Hammer and Bolter episode Monsters. Now this coterie of killers stand poised to hit the tabletop in plastic. Many amongst the Dark Oath place little trust in the gods they are fated to serve, but Gunnar's contempt runs even deeper. He believes mortals should live and die free from the meddling of gods, whether they wield holy hammers or hellish powers. With this conviction, he leads the Brands on a path to conquest and domination, earning boons through carefully sworn oaths, even when restricting the seductive calls of the Chaos Gods. His greatest rival, and most fearsome ally, is the War Queen Tanari. An ambitious warlord, she doesn't share Gunnar's skepticism of the gods, but respects his tenacity and successes in casting back the Sigmarite invaders who encroach on the Dark Oath homelands. Look at these. These are so cool. I'm gonna enhance on these. Some really fun details. The Dark Oath stuff just, they keep getting cool models. Like, look at this badass. And I keep scooping them up. It's emotionally devastated someone in the hobby doesn't like the exact same 40k model that he does. I'm sorry. Cortex, hello. Jesse, hello. How are you? Let's see. The imposing Dendril Dyer brand is no true brand. Descended from the long line of action nobility that was all but stamped out by Corgus Cole and the Gore-Tide, this muscle-bound warrior contains multitudes. Contains multitudes. While his strength and skill make Gunnar's expert in siege and smithing, his heritage also allows him to easily pass for reclaimed, slipped unnoticed into Sigmarite settlements. By Gunnar's deep mistrust of the Chaos Gods, he knows the power they command. He leaves it to broken Nadja to divide their intent. He is very all touched by the ruinous powers. Gunnar cannot help but respect that Nadja has never once led him astray, though her own motivations are co-opted by visions of slaughter and quest for Gunnar, if only he walks the path of glory. This dude. Pretty cool. And then my favorite. Yes. I want this model so bad. So fun. Daughter of Gunnar and heir to the Brand tribe, Sigrid is one of the finest horse riders in the Great Parch. Brash and headstrong, she frustrates her father, but has saved his life countless times with a well-placed arrow. I like the helmet for the pony, too. Very cool. How could one of the 7 billion people on Earth not like one of the 7,000 40k models that I do? What are the odds? Narfnet, welcome in. How are you? We're taking a look at the reveals from yesterday. How are you? They made my sleep paralysis demon into a model. I'm so glad we'll get to paint him, Son of Horus. So glad. So glad. As well as starring an episode of Hammer and Bolter, Gunnar Brand is also going to be the star of an upcoming Black Library tale, Dark Oath, by Chris Thurston. When a calamity rages his homeland, Gunnar must face his fate and lead his tribe on an exodus through the war-torn land of Akshi, as the dark gods tempt him with unimaginable power. So, book also coming. These are pretty neat. They're tempting. I've not been buying as much Warhammer, but these are tempting, mostly because of this little guy right here. I do think that the next one is probably what I would put my money towards, though, which is Gnomes bring animals, illusions, and pointy hats to Blood Bowl. We couldn't hold them back any longer. The strongest Blood Bowl team ever to grace the gridiron has arrived. Gnomes are avid Blood Bowl fans who usually stick to their own secluded burrows. Every once in a while, a team will enter the big world and make a name for themselves in the leagues, usually through the popularity of their adorable woodland compatriots, rather than any actual skill or success. Whether it's a Beastmaster working alongside a ferocious goose to shore up the team's line of defense, or a speedy fox sprinting downfield with a ball in their mouth, gnomes make use of furry friends to fill in where their short stature can't compete. Then if that isn't enough to secure some touchdowns, their mastery of illusions and capricious tricks surely is. So here is Goose. Gnomes. Hail Boop, welcome in. How are you? You're adding the gnomes too. Who's picking up this team? I think I might get them just to paint. I might get them to paint. You headed out, High Fleet. Thanks so much for hanging out. We'll see you later. I'm gonna scroll through the team here. Here is Badger. Adorable. Love him. Even the little gnomes themselves are super. I'm not usually a huge gnome person, but they're pretty cute. There's some nice little sculpts. Here he is. Here is the best boy. Look at this little cutie. Look at him. So cute. He's so happy to have that ball. Just running. Just running. 0 out of 10. He doesn't even remotely resemble Tim the garden gnome in my yard. Shake my head. You already have a Blood Bowl team, Will. He's trying so hard. He's so good. Here's the other Zoom Zoom Fox. Oh, let me scroll up a little bit. Look at that Zoom Zoom Fox. So cute. So cute. Every animal they have could be considered as ungovernable. That's right. Yeah, this whole team is adorable. Just cute. Luckily, not everyone on the team struggles to reach the average player's needs. The connection to the woodland allows gnomes to enlist the help of alternate forest tree men. These giant arboreal brutes are vital for smashing holes in the opposing line that their smaller teammates can surge through, but with exceptionally slow movement and constant risk of taking root where they stand, they need to be managed carefully. So this very cute tree man as well. Adorable. Fox is breaking traffic laws. He's a rebel and I love him. I love him. I love his tree. Like other stunty teams, the gnomes have a particular rival with halflings. Most of the players come at a budget cost, letting coaches pack out their rosters with more exciting options available for making up numbers of linemen. Even then, regular gnome linemen have to have the jump up and wrestle skills, giving them a surprisingly solid counterpunch despite their poor AV. Beastmasters are a vital linchpin, not just because their models sport some of the all-time best companion critters Blood Bowl has ever seen. They're the only roster players across the entire game to start with a powerful guard skill, helping other players block even when stuck in themselves, no doubt thanks to their goose and badger allies. We'll see more of the gnome team as we get closer to release. Head back to the preview hub for everything revealed today. He is a menace like you! That's why I love him. Look at them. So cute. Okay, well. I think if I had to put my money towards something from these reveals, it would probably be this team, and I don't even play Blood Bowl. They're just that cute. We may have to get them and paint them, chat. I'm sorry, it just has to happen. It just has to happen. But that's what we got. What do we think, chat? What did we think of the reveals here yesterday? I saw a lot of my Twitter feed was at Warhammer World for everything, which was fun. Seeing what people were up to. They're entering painting contests and things. Pretty cute. Can you make a team of all Canadian geese? Could you imagine how scary a team of all geese would be? Geese are mean. They're scary. They want the smoke. You are safe for now. For now. All right, let me hop back over to the paint desk. Anyone interested in a Blood Bowl team? Orcs? Custodies? Wing Newman? Alright, back to this. I'm kind of sketching out. There's little dents. And I'm kind of sketching out for highlights and things so we can fix this non-metallic. I'm basically just going in and putting highlights where they need to be so we can smooth it all back out. What we're doing. Hey, Reaper! Oh, we were just looking at the reveals from yesterday. How are you? We were looking at the adorable Blood Bowl team and the Custody and what else do we have? Orcs. And the Dark Oath, they're pretty cool. I feel like if Dark Oath just continue to get cool stuff, that's going to be hard for me to ignore after a point. So you spent my money on the Bone Dragon, on the Linus of the Parts yesterday, working on the Titan. Got some fun projects for sure all lined up. Excited for gnomes. Happy they counter the dwarf team. It's much needed for balance. Sculpts are great. It makes some folks really upsetty. Always a good plus there, I think. You know, it's what do we think? All the new reveals. Finally awake, Custodians is wide. He a wide boy, yeah. He a wide boy. Not for me, but happy for the Custody players. Twitch, oh, is it having some issues this morning? I haven't seen anything on my end, so if it starts to be weird, let me know. This week we're gonna be working on March for McCraig. So tomorrow we're gonna start some Ultramarines. Anyone else gonna be working on Ultramarines for this month? We're gonna be working on some for Scorch Panda. Panda was very sweet and offered to do a commission here so I can take part in March for McCraig because I've never been able to. Wanted to hop in this year, take part. So we're going to do that. I think tomorrow we'll do the Desolation Marines, and then I also have some of the Centurions. So I think we'll start with the regular Marines tomorrow. And then Centurions on Tuesday, I think is the plan. You need to finish with the Alpha Legion squad first. Someone who mostly plays Stunty, the skill package feels like liberal team rules team listen to concerns. Or Dwarves hard counter. Oh, all Stunties, revenge time. Gotcha. It's hard, especially when, like, you don't get a lot of rules updates. If there's something that just doesn't matter what you do, it's going to counter you. So that's good to hear. They've now got a bit of a counter. I get this Middle Earth stuff done. I might break out. Oh, Argent Hall. Time for some March from McCraig. Let's go. Let's go. Anyone else going to be? I guess either for March for McCraig or the March Challenge. What are we working on this month, chat? I don't know if I'm going to do the challenge. I think for me, my focus is to get the Knights done. I need the Chaos Knights done. So I think I'm just going to do that. With Adepticon coming up, just try and get those done. And keep working on those characters that we started. So I think I'm probably going to skip it this month. I've got too much work to do. I guess I could have just thrown this guy. Oh well. Oh well. Maybe we do like a stream one or something. Something small. I don't think I can do anything big this month. Gonna finish the Nurgle team this month, plus stack. You know, what's everyone gonna be working on this month? This week I mentioned it'll be March for McCraig here on stream. My next anime repaint's gonna go up on YouTube, and the first tutorial for him. So, going forward, my longer form tutorial stuff is gonna be for YouTube members. So if you're interested, if you want to help support the stream, you can hop on over to YouTube. The Piccolo repaint's gonna be posted on Wednesday, as well as the tutorial for his skin tones. So if anyone else is wanting to try the cel-shaded look, and you want to see kind of what I did, the colors I used, that'll be a tutorial. I've got a few more coming. After that, we're going to do Vashtor. So I'm going to switch to a Warhammer thing because I have to. And then I think we're going to do a Kingdom Death after that. But if you're interested in my longer forum tutorial stuff, that will be for our YouTube members. So consider that if you're interested. I kind of wanted to get the first one up so you guys can see how that works. Hello, says Deathwing. Gotta go to Curious or Calgar to paint for March, since the only other Ultramarine I have is pretty much painted. Connor says, I've got to see the end of Angron this month. Yeah, you've been cruising through Angron. Like, obviously some very, very, very nice paintwork, but you've been cruising through it. It's looking great. Looking so good. Fun seeing the update. I knew my model kit for March, don't know. Heartbreak, do your job. Oh, it did above. It YouTubed. Oh, it was probably on the cooldown. I hit it, and then you tried to hit it, I think is what happened. But yeah, you want to come join us? And then if you want to check out the YouTube. The Vash tour will be next, so if you want to join me for some chaos, that'll be the next tutorials, like, set. We're gonna go Emperor's Children, obviously, to match the rest of my stuff. We'll do metallics, we'll do skin tones, we'll do the armor, all that good stuff. Did you accidentally block my bot? Wow, that rat. Like, how could you? How could you? I can't believe you can block my bot. You might have. If you didn't see any of that, you might have. Wow, wow, wow. I see how it is. Don't worry about it. I see how. Shake my head, my head. Can't even use my own bot in my chair. My Kingdom Death Black Knight expansion also arrived, which I'm pretty excited about. Did anyone pick up things from the Kingdom Death sale the other day? The Blushing Owl was back. Did anyone pick up an owl? I was able to grab the bust and some of the new stuff. That's all that I grabbed. Anyone else grab anything? I was gonna wait till Exalted is here, but also this arrived in the mail. Got a new Limbo Division lady. So if Exalted's in here later, we can take a look. Came in the mail. Thought about it. I'm already behind on finishing what I have. I feel that. I still bought it, but I feel that. Kingdom Death is like that one where it's like, even though I have the backlog, I don't know when things are going to be back. And like trying to get them later is so expensive. I just go ahead and grab it when I can. It's like the one company that I'll do it. Actual FOMO with Kingdom Death, yeah. Even though we've got Gambler's Chest and everything else to worry about. Bainitza, welcome in. How are you today? We're trying to get our Whiskey Golem all fixed and finished. Trying to get this non-metallic where I actually want it. We started it a while back, but now I've done more non-metallic. Feel a little bit more cozy with it. I saw a notification. Nothing grabbed me, because I looked late on a Saturday. Oh, okay, yeah. By then, anything too crazy is gone. For sure. Oh, there's some whiskey leaking out of him, too. Let's get that real quick. Let's see. Mentioned we played D&D yesterday. That was pretty fun. We're dungeon crawling our way. I don't think there's anything... Obviously, I don't want to spoil anything. If there's anything interesting. I got to use my little familiar to open up a gate for us. So that was kind of fun. The party and my little raccoon familiar opened up a door. Well, that's kind of about it. The rest was either spoilery or kind of the generic D&D stuff. No crazy stories this time. Where is my black paint? Here. Oh, you just got back from visiting Dune Part 2. What did you think? I've heard it's very good. At some point we will see it. KT, welcome in. How are ya? Yes, it is. This is our Whiskey Golem from Malifaux. I almost said Kingdom Death. He's a cutie pie, and we want to get him finished. What are you up to today? Put that in. Visually spectacular. Yeah, I can only imagine. I really enjoyed the first one, so I'm excited to see the next one. I can only imagine. Is anyone else watching anything good? I've heard that Shogun is also very good, and I kind of want to check that out this week. Hey, Leafy, welcome in. How are you? We're painting this adorable little Whiskey Golem. What you up to today? Right now, I'm still watching One Piece. I'm gonna be watching One Piece for forever. You know what? I'm okay with that. And then Slam and I watched a few more X-Files. I think we've got 2 more episodes for season 5. And then there's a movie that we're gonna track down. So you have to get ready for movie time. Katie's cleaning house. Noticing I have way too many minis getting dust. Reason I don't like to clean house, that's fair. It's tough, right? Thank you, Leafy. He is such a fun mini, so let me put more of them together for you. So basically the gremlins have taken over this Whiskey Golem. So this little guy will sit here. This little guy is actually underneath and has like tapped the keg. So he's like trying to drink the whiskey that's flowing out. And then one I've misplaced. So he actually has like a little swing and the gremlin's like swinging there. And then there's one back here just taking a nap. Taking a whiskey nap. Oh, I'm sorry. And the one up top. There's just gremlins all over him, and it's so much fun. So we started him a while back, and it's time to finish him. He's adorable. Hey, Ryan, welcome in. How are ya? And Rainy Day, how we doing? Thank you, thank you. How is the weekend going for both of you? Yeah, this model's adorable. He's just cute. And he needs to be out of my to-do list. He needs to be ready to play. Mostly because I bought more of the keywords so that I can play him too. So, like, we gotta get him ready for a game. Gotta get him ready. How was your weekend? Mine was pretty good. We had D&D yesterday. I got more tattoos on Friday, so that was the start of my weekend. But it's pretty good. Today I'm gonna probably take a work day just because I had Friday off. Just keep an eye on the tattoos. Speaking of mini display, I think today I'll start building shelves for my mini display case. Let's go. Jazzy, you're cruising with that basement stuff. Got so much cool stuff down there now. Doing pretty good. Just gaming and passing some time. Hope you're well yourself. Pretty good here. What are we gaming with? Chat, same question. What games are we playing? I went back to that adorable Minami Lane that we played on Wednesday. Apparently I only had 1 more mission left, which if I had known that, I would have streamed longer, but I didn't know. So I went back and finished that last night and got the last, like, achievements and stuff for it, because it was really cute. And then I think I'm going to start the Mario RPG remake here today or tomorrow. Dive in on that. We see the new ink? Yeah! So I did it when we were on the other camera, but we can do it here. So here's little kid Goku that, in the Discord, when he was still bleeding a little bit, he looked high as a kite, so that was kind of fun. And then UI Goku is here on my forearm. So I got 2 on Friday. And that's why I haven't posted any pictures, because I was pretty beat up after that. That kind of took it out of me. But they're healing up okay, which is good. Yeah, both Goku are new. They were Friday. I would say cruising. LEDs are kicking my butt, but I think I have a fix for that too. I would say cruising. You've made some crazy progress with it. I think cruising. Even if you maybe don't feel like it. You made some good progress with all that. Go ahead and blackline these bands. I think it needs it. You like Dragon Ball? Didn't realize. I know. I know. Gonna be the full sleeve though. Brainberg Jap, hello! Isn't he adorable? How are ya? We're finally getting back to him. Let's see, Randy's. I'm doing the Enthroned on Elden Ring because the DLC. I'm so excited. I wanted a clean start since most of the other ones are all over the place. What kind of build are you rocking for Elden Ring? I want to go back and put my strength build back together and kind of have that ready for the DLC. I kind of switched to the... what was it called? It was the magic sword. I switched to that at like the end of the game because it was fun to mess around with. I want to go back to my strength build. I'm gonna go back to my guts build. Excited to see them in person. LED work on this bookcase is supposed to take 2 weeks. It's been like 6. But if you're learning new stuff though and getting it all figured out, I think that's pretty cool, Jazzy. That's pretty cool. Anyone else gonna be hopping in with the Elden Ring DLC? I know it's not until this summer, but like I'm that excited for it. You guys may have guessed, I'm a little obsessed with Elden Ring. The game is so good. Let's see, I'm preparing to do some AdMech infantry building. First step is to clean off all the print scaffolding. Best of luck. Hopefully we can get it all cleaned up here. Not too much issue. Oh, Saren, hello, how are you? You need a counter right times I mention it? You can just go ahead and set it to like 1 billion. Let's go ahead and set it now. You guys are gonna be so sick of hearing me talk about Elden Ring. Oh, you're doing a guts build, actually. Okay, strength of the greatsword, yes. I don't know if I'll switch it up, but it's feeling better. My first one with Radon's greatswords and the dual giant crushers. Gotcha. It's a fun build. I enjoy the strength build. Also, just feeling like guts. Always a good time. I think my favorite part was with that build when I was doing Melania. Like, you can just keep her stunned. Just keep knocking her down, which is like the most rewarding thing ever. I said, sit down. Aaron says, I'm good. Just doing some hobby stuff. How'd the tattoo session go on Friday? It was a long day. A long day. But good. Everything is healing up. My artist needed to move it back a little bit. There's actually like a tattoo supply truck that goes around the different shops in the area. So I guess their schedule changed and she was trying to get supplies. So we had to move it back. And then the design, we reworked it a little bit because I just had something else in my head and I didn't do a great job of explaining it. We waited on that, but she killed it. It looks awesome. And then, yeah, it was 2 tattoos, so it was a long day. I was completely wiped at the end, but they look so good. I'm guessing you didn't see them when you came in. There is one. There's little Kid Goku. And then here is the new one, which actually... Here. We're at the point where I can put them on the big camera. But yeah, went well. It was just a long day. Oh, spamming Lion's Claw and everything bigger than me is nice. Yes, there you go. Hey, Chaotic Painting, welcome in. Thank you, thank you. What you up to today? We are working on... This is actually the Nightmare edition of the Whiskey Golem, which is one of my favorite Malifaux models. And my chat has bullied me into finishing it, so that's what we're doing today. We started it forever ago. It's time to finish it. What have you got? I'm trying to fix my non-metallic as we go, and I'm adding a little bit of black lining because I think it needs it. Just trying to get all this fixed up before we go on to working on the little gremlins themselves. They look really nice. I follow the artist on Instagram. They're very talented. Yes. She's amazing. She's super sweet. If anyone's in the area and wants a gaming or anime tattoo. Anything colorful, really, she likes to work on. If you're in the area, do recommend. She's amazing. I love, love, love her color work. She's super sweet. She'll take good care of you. I resent you keep saying we bully you into things. I mean, you kind of do, though. Just like I bully you guys into something. You kind of do. I appreciate it, though. I appreciate the bullying. I am someone who is here for... I'm a fan of the tough love. Sometimes I just need to be yelled at to finish something. And here we are. Sometimes I just need that extra push, you know? I ask you for beginner advice for streaming mini painting. I've been rolling the idea around. I'm not sure if I want to dive in. I tend to not do, like, streaming content. It's, I know this wasn't your intent, but there are a lot of people who come in and there's like, tell me all your trade secrets. And it's like, well, I've been working on this for like 6 years. So there's a lot of resources for the actual streaming portion. So I don't tend to talk about that on here. I think streaming in general, whether it's painting or gaming, I say give it a try. It's not for everyone, so I can say that like Scott used to stream it and ended up not really caring for it. He does sim racing now. I think anyone who wants to try it, give it a shot. I can say now, doing also YouTube, I tend to be more on the streaming side of things. Some people tend to be on the video side of things. So it's kind of figuring out what you like to do. But that's for streaming in general. I think it's worth giving a shot. And then deciding from there if it's kind of your thing or not. That makes sense. Everyone's got something they kind of prefer to do. Some people go absolutely ham on Instagram, and the more the photo side does very well for them. So kind of depends what you like to do and when you want to put the time into. You got me to start my heresy salamander, so it worked, yeah. We get to bully each other into things. It's great. It's great. But yeah, I don't tend to, but there's a lot of different resources for like beginning streaming and things like that. Yeah. I thought about it when I had my Patreon, but I don't know. I think other people explain things a little better too. Alright, there's that. I'm still not, this is, I don't know why this is being, let's get our gray out. I think what I need to do is start blending there. And go from there. That's what we need to do. There's not a whole lot of an edge there that we're carving out. This is almost freehanding this for our different edges. Alright. Let's get our blend and we'll try it from here instead. What is everyone up to this weekend? I know for our Europe friends. Because time zones, it's a bit later in the day. But what else do we have planned for today, chat? I think I'm going to work on the Chaos Knights here after stream. Try and get them a little further along. And make sure our Ultramarines are good for tomorrow. I used an army painter color that Scorch Panda uses for his army. And I still don't like army painter. It dried really glossy on me, and it's kind of making me crazy. So I'm going to at least hit them with a matte coat, but I might do a little bit more work on them today. Does anyone else in here use Army Painter? I know they've got new stuff coming. I'm not interested in it, but I guess I'm curious if anyone else has had it dry glossy like that. It's making me absolutely insane. Is the new or old paint? I don't know, because it's from Panda. I mean, I shook it and did the vortex mixer, and it still dried glossy. And I hate it. I hate that paint. Yeah, I shook the dickens out of it, and then I threw it on the vortex mixer, and it's still... No. Still hate it. Use the metallics and the normal black-white. No issues, really. There's one color I used to use on my Tyranids that I took out because I don't like using the paints. That's the only time I really used it. Other than this paint now. That's brush on you. Your opinions kept me away from it? Good. Just kidding. Just kidding. Obviously, you should try different paints and see if they work for you. I hate it. So. Okay, I'm just curious. You play 40k as well? Yeah. Do I have a different army you like to paint versus play? Sure. So I play 40k. My first army was Space Wolves. I've got Space Wolves. I've got Tyranids. I've got Eldar. And I'm starting Emperor's Children because I'm basically betting on them getting a book here now that World Leaders have theirs. So I'm kind of preparing for like when they get a full book. I've also got for Sigmar, I've got Skaven, Seraphon, and Slanesh. So normally on the stream we paint Warhammer. I've been working on some Chaos Knights as a commission. So they're coming along. We just finished up an Imperial Fist army. I also like to work on Kingdom Death. Creepy mini warning before I bring him on. This is Gorm. Here's my beautiful boy. But yeah, we paint a little bit of everything. I'm trying to work in some other, maybe not quite so much Warhammer here. But I do have several armies. Yeah. I use the shades, but they do dry glossy. I have one purple that doesn't, and everything else I've tried. I can't do the glossy. Tried to matte varnish anything anyway. I do that too, but I find that I just don't like working with the gloss. Like, I have a hard time seeing the scheme as a whole while it's glossy. So I've just avoided them. Hey Panda, welcome in! We're trashing Army Painter as you come in. How are you? I was telling chat when I airbrushed your Ultramarines, they dried really glossy on me and it's making me crazy. How are you? I definitely wouldn't do that color again for any of my projects. That's for sure. We're gonna make it work though, so that they match. It does that. Sorry, no, you're good. I was just wondering if that was the general consensus, is that they gloss up, and it sounds like yes, that is the general. Did having Gorm on screen increase viewer count? I mean, we're at 69 right now, which is nice. It's always fun to see who Gorm pulls into chat or scares off. Yeah, just part of it. Hey, Naspa, welcome in. How are you? Let's see, I'm new in that world still. I paint about 500 points. Oh, and Black Templars. Don't know if I get the rest of the 2K, but oh well. Well, if you have any questions, please let me know. We are happy to help. Okay, so you've got Black Templar. Yeah, what are you working on, Rainy Day? What have you got? Give us the scoop. Did Army Painter just do a full line refresh? I think so. I won't be buying it. I won't be buying it. I've never liked it. I know some people have better success with it. I can't stand it. There's my full review. My full reviews. I can't do it. Something like that, yeah. I haven't gotten any Army Painter since my early days of painting. Been doing Reaper pretty much explicitly. Reaper's got some nice paints. They tend to need like a second coat. They're a bit thinner, but Reaper's got some nice paints. I'm using Reaper White right now. I do like their stuff. Hey D6 Painting, welcome in. How are you today? We are working on the Nightmare edition of the Whiskey Golem for Malifaux. This is a mini I've had sitting for far too long. Chat decided we should work on it today, so we are. Yeah, okay. I will do the matte coat and then we'll be ready for Ultramarines tomorrow. We'll do the Desolation Marines tomorrow, Scorch Panda. And then the Centurions probably on Tuesday. As my dog goes nuts. Whoop whoop! Sadie, also not a fan of Army Paint. All good here? Glad to hear it. Are you ready for March from a Craig? It's like you're talking about my entire collection. Same. One by one, we'll get them done though. One by one. Hey, Build-A-Boar, welcome in. How are you? I think a lot of us in that boat, right? Who else that could explain their collection? It's been sitting there for too long. Who else is in this boat with us? Show of hands. We're doing Ultramarines along with you. I saw you got started on yours. It's great. If anyone wanted to get involved, make sure to use the hashtag on on socials. I know Nick has been posting about March for McCraig. I need to get mine up. Hey, Graham, welcome in. And me. I think every painter has a habit of making assumptions about how their paints or products are going to be used. None of the consumers actually have the same assumptions. It causes frustration in their user base. That seems weird, because, like, what else would you use them for? Confused there. I guess, what do you think they're missing? If that's the thought, what do we think is missing? Because I feel like it's really clearly, like, these are to paint your miniatures, so if they're missing that, then I don't know, I don't know what they're doing. Little Boy says, I'll print things, and they go on the shelf, and it's a high shelf. The newer things get put in front, and I don't see the older things, and I forget to grab them. My trouble is you can see the doors behind me. I have a closet there. Once it goes into the closet, that's it. I'm trying to be better about it now, but I've also cut back my spending on models, like, way back, compared to what I used to. Partly because I have to, partly because I want to get some of these armies done. Which has helped me quite a bit. Hey, Titan, welcome in. We're doing all right. How are you? We are going back to a project I started forever ago. And chat decided I needed to get back out. So we are working on this Whiskey Golem. How's your weekend? The big thing is how they put too much medium in the paint bottle. Yes. Don't tell people to empty out the extra medium. They do this because full bottles are less likely to break in shipping. It's, I think the thing is, like, I've known that for years now, that's part of it. And the fact that they still haven't fixed that. That they haven't, like, explained to people that that's how it works. Even after all this time. I feel like that's a gigantic miss. Yeah. That's the easiest thing you could fix. We don't talk about the closets, right? Titans been playing a lot of Helldivers too. Let's go. I've heard it's very fun. Scott picked up the Final Fantasy remake, and I've been watching him play, like, the beginning bits of it. I don't know that I'm feeling it this time around, which is weird for me with Final Fantasy. And I think part of it is I really didn't like 16, and I think it kind of killed Final Fantasy for me, at least the newer ones. I had a cupboard I used for painted ones. I displayed them on top of it. My 2-year-old tried to show me how a blanket becomes a cape very quickly. He wiped out the collection. I'm so sorry. Some of the smaller resin ones didn't make it. Now I use the high shelf. That makes sense. Yep. We have to 2-year-old proof it, right? I'm sorry. I think when I purchased my World Leader Combat Patrol, I showed you the GW employee. I just paid my credit card off too, and he just laughed and said, "Brave man." Oh no. Oh no, that's not the reaction you want. Timothy, hello. Dropping in saying you're an amazing ray of joy. No, you. Send me something I can get you for a pseudo Easter gift. What? Easter gift? How are you today, Timothy? How's your weekend? And on our first, thank you so much for that sub. For 73 months of support. Thank you, thank you. How are you today? Well, I mean, if anyone ever wants to check out, I do have a wish list. It is Throne! Throne. So I do have that, if anyone is interested in wish listy type stuff. I try to keep a few things on there at all times. Because I am someone who likes to use wish lists, so I try to keep mine updated. For other people who like to do wish lists. But if you want to check that out, let us there. Get another pillowcase. Then we could have both Piccolo at all times, which will really upset Will. I think one of the friend group told you. I may have missed. Yep. Pink told me. Yeah. I hope that if they turn up. If not, we can get something worked out. I hope they turn up though. Bill says the whole extra medium on top conspiracy makes no sense to me. Bottles end up shaking a bunch in transit, so the medium won't magically stay separated. It's weird, Bill. I don't understand. Why don't you just put more paint in it? How are you? Like, I know there's a point to where you don't want to overfill it, but why is medium the answer? You know? I'll let her finish. Thank you so much. So I actually got some ink on Friday. Let me show you since you just contributed toward it. Thank you so much for that tip. I really appreciate that, Timothy. Thank you, thank you. If anyone else would like to contribute at any point, that's where my tip jar is through Throne. So here's what you just helped with. We got little kid Goku on a little Nimbus cloud. He's got his power pole. And then we're to the point where I can actually put them on the main camera. We got UI Goku. I picked him up on Friday. So I got 2 on Friday. It's starting to fill out, chat. Here, I'm going to hop over to the big camera. Just cause. Okay, so there's the new additions. We're going to get one more. That'll take up most of my forearm. And then we got to start. I left a little room here, like on purpose, for something. And then Shenron, I think, will wrap around a bit. But I got to start filling it out. We have to pick little things. Which I told Slam I'm really sad that we're almost out of arm. It seemed like so much room when I started, but now the sleeve is like... Do you like Dragon Ball Z? I do. How are you, Yummy Bacon Man? Welcome in. How are you? I like Dragon Ball a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I do have 2 arms. I do want some berserk ones on the other arm, so... We're working on it a little bit, but yeah, here's the thing. I want to, and this is for the Dragon Ball people, I kind of want to add Gohan as Saiyaman with Videl, which could take up our spot here. I kind of want Bulma somewhere, and I don't know exactly where she would go. The other one that was could be small and easy to put somewhere would be little Goten and Trunks doing the fusion dance. So those are kind of what I have in my mind, but then yeah. We can wrap Shenron, we can do the background, and then obviously we can add... Sorry, Vegeta's on the back. Vegeta's got my 6. Yeah, he's back there. So that's where I've got. Vegeta will also be here. I'm doing, for those who like Dragon Ball, the driving exam episode. Doing Goku and Piccolo from that, with Vegeta in his Batman shirt. So I'm gonna get a silly one on my forearm. Of all of them in their filler episode gear. Because I think it's adorable. So we'll have serious and silly. I do have one. I have Goku's. So I have the 4-star ball. Yes, the Paranoid. But that's Vegeta's got my 6 as the new god. It's my co-pilot. Yes. Yes. For me, yes. So I just wanted to show you guys where we're at and what I have left. Because it's one big one, probably a couple small ones, and then we fill it in. We fill it in. Majin Vegeta, that arc is just, it's him. It's him. It had to be. My other car is a Nimbus Cloud, yeah. When did we start? We started in September. But I've wanted a sleeve for as long as I can remember. So it was just a matter of 1, finding the right artist, which we did. Time and money, because this is it adds up. It adds up quick. Let me scroll up here. Ultra Instinct is his newest form. So you see him here with the silver hair. Oh, I got a camera, please. That is his newest form, and he's got this crazy, aura that she absolutely killed, too. It looks so good. Let me scroll back through here. Move on to the leg after arm. Have a full side of your body with tats. If I had the money, I'd have, a full body sleeve, yeah. Yeah. You should get something from the super good Dragon Ball Z live-action movie. Could you imagine? A full sleeve in, what, a year? That's the plan, Jazzy, yeah. He says, you stay fabulous. I'm so glad I see your glowing face today. No, you. Stop in next week. Sounds good, Timothy. I hope the rest of the weekend goes well. We'll see you next time. I know you've been busy. It's good to see you. Bye-byes for now. Oh, thinking about Broly. Haven't decided which version yet. I think that's the hard part too, is when you pick a character, you're like, okay, well, which one? So like Bulma. Which Bulma do I pick? Bulma's been there. Like, without Bulma, you don't have Dragon Ball. So like, which Bulma do I pick? Such a DBZ scrub. I only know the storyline from Reddit's to Cell. And I watch the abridged series about once a month. But yeah, that's what I've got. Thank you, Timothy, for contributing toward my ink addiction. I will be getting more. But all that to say is there's more coming, so thank you. Thank you. Let's see, I'm putting money aside slowly for mine. I got a couple months to go. I think you've got a good plan, Ravenlord, between the getting the consultation and saving some money. If you have any questions, Ravenlord, let me know. Or if anyone else, I'm gonna throw this out there. If anyone else is thinking about a tattoo and you have any questions, let me know. I am happy to answer. They have been an incredibly healing experience for me. So if you're on the fence, you have questions, let me know and I will do my best to answer. So I am here. Ask away. Does anyone have any questions while we're talking about them? Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How are you? What you up to today? Then the blonde spiky hair, we just powering up here. That's right. We're just powering up. Welcome on in. For anyone who came in while we were talking tattoos, we are working on the Whiskey Golem from Malifaux. So I'm trying to get... This looks so bad right now. Trying to get the non-metallic fixed today. The detail's really soft. He has kind of like divots for the non-metallic that I'm trying to sculpt out myself, and I'm having trouble. So I'm going to keep working around him, and we'll come back to it. But that's what we've got today. How are you? I want a sleeve that is full of life goals that are big to me. That could be cool. Keep thinking, Jesse. Hey, Jacob Quake, welcome in. You got the side of your head done last Monday. What did you get? And how much does that hurt? I would imagine that doesn't feel great, if I had to guess. That sounds like that would be pretty painful. I don't know if I could tell, but I put some of the stern guard bits on. Oh, and the Nerf Marines. A shoulder and some decorations. Maybe a head. I'll be honest, I'm not so great with individual bits, so I didn't notice. But I'm sure when we bring them on stream, other people will notice. Mostly because a lot of the Marine kits outside of commissions that I work with are Space Wolves. So I don't know some of the main Marine stuff as well as maybe someone else would. I'm sorry, Riot. I don't know why Twitch is giving you issues today. Is anyone else having Twitch issues? Just curious. An alien back piece where the tail wraps around my neck onto my head. That's sick. How cool. I hope that heals up nicely. I'm sure that it will. That's awesome. Why is the Jasmine ups aren't just throwing around Nerf guns? One of which is finishing... Oh, the Tyranid army last year? So gonna get a... Does that mean a Tyranid tattoo? Or a Warhammer tattoo? And back to the Marine mines. It feels like it. It feels like it. But yeah, sometimes I don't know some of the kits as well, just because I haven't had to do them for my Space Wolves. Hey, Auntie Electric, welcome in. I found you in the Legendary Women as the first suggestion they make since they put it on. Happy to come here while you talk tattoo as extra. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming to check out the stream. Do you do miniatures as well? Welcome, welcome. If you do, let us know what you're working on. But yeah, for anyone who may be new, I'm Nikki. We work on a lot of Warhammer. Today is some Malifaux, because I've had this project sitting for too long. Some of the other stuff we've been working on recently is... I have a Seraphon army that I'm trying to get finished up. So there's some of my lizards. I also work on Kingdom Death. I'm going to give the warning for a creepy miniature, if you're not into creepy minis. Just be a second. But here is Gore. He may be creepier than maybe you imagine, but there is my sweet baby. So that's for Kingdom Death. Some of the other stuff we've got here, I've got this little cat adventurer from Ignis Art I'm trying to finish. He's got some little potions and things I need to just finish up one day. Whoops. As I drop them on his face. And then the other display piece we were working on is this Guardian of Time, who's pretty sick. Sorry, me dropping that set off my dog. So she's got these really cool wings. And I can't hold on to her, I'm sorry. But we also have this glaive we're working on. But yeah, there's some of what I like to work on. So welcome on in. If you have any questions at all about miniatures, Warhammer, things like that, let us know. Otherwise, we just kind of nerd out and I'll keep painting. Let me scroll back up here. And then yeah, for my community, I'm going to be in the Legendary Women scrolling thing, the carousel on the front page. That's actually for like a year, which is pretty sick. So thank you everyone for all the support. Thanks for coming to check out the stream. I know it's very different than gaming. The art side of Twitch, there's a lot of artists here on Twitch doing really cool stuff, so thanks for coming to check it out. This is my thoughts on a starter tattoo is leaning towards a Reaver Titan, the top of my arm. It could be extended downward into a full battle scene. That'd be pretty sick. Found an artist I think is awesome. I'm getting close. Bill, if you have any questions, you let me know. Panda says, I'm proud of myself. I didn't get any minis from the board game con. To be fair, there weren't any that appealed to me. I only got 3 board games total. What did you pick up for our board game people? Brandler says, I think I'm going to settle on getting a chainsaw. It's surrounded by a couple flowers and vines. Make it look like it was left on the ground. Having things start to go over it. Might get words on the sword, like some of the models look. That'd be cool. I think if it's a larger piece, would be really cool. Oh, Bill, thank you so much for that gifted sub. Auntie Electric, enjoy that sub. Those emotes and your ad-free viewing. Thank you, Bill. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for the support. I don't do miniatures, but I love people watching them paint them, apparently. Got a bunch of, oil paint. I'm looking for inspiration to find something to do with it. Kind of looking for a new hobby. That's so cool. I can say that some people actually use the oils on miniatures. So the blend time with the oils, a lot of the miniature painters are starting to pick those up too, which is kind of fun. So you may find some of that here also on Twitch. I haven't gotten to play with it myself very much. I would like to. I'd really like to do a bigger piece. Oops, with oils. But yeah, I'll be using acrylics, but if you have any questions, let me know. Happy to help. Payne says I need to pick up the new Space Marine board game. 20 Termagants, yeah, on the cheap. And you get Titus, which, if you don't want him, lots of people would probably pick that up. Bandit picked up Dice Throne Season 2, Twilight Imperium 4th Ed, and Art Society. Those sound fun. It's going to be, most of the forum. Okay, so a bit bigger than I was thinking. Then, yeah, some words on there. I would say if you're thinking lettering, definitely pick an artist that does letter work. I know that sounds really obvious, but getting the very straight lines and an artist with really good line work is what you're looking for. Hey, unexpected painting. Did someone say oils? We sure did. How are you? That's something, as I kind of work our schedule for YouTube and commissions, I want to do more oil stuff. We're getting there, chat. We're real close to getting the balance I want. Hannah comments, it's a cool looking mini. The post seems a little wooden though. How are you today? It is a cool mini. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. What you up to this weekend? I think I want to start working on the actual little goblins here soon. They're cute and I kind of want them just kind of finished up. I don't remember which edition I bought from my friend. Twilight Imperium is so much fun. Long game though. That's what I've heard. That it's a very long, very involved game. We don't have like a board game group of friends. Our friends are very much either Warhammer or D&D. So I've not played a lot of those games, but we're trying to talk our D&D group into playing Hero Quest with us after this campaign, and I hope that they want to do it. I think it'd be fun. Hey, Hornerax, welcome in. How are you today? I think a few sessions of Hero Quest would be fun with the D&D group. We are working on a Whiskey Golem. I'm basically sketching in where I want highlights. We'll smooth all this out later, but we need some highlights. Do it, join us. I want to. I want to. The other one I want to try are lacquer paints. I'm doing the anime figure repaints, and a lot of them use the lacquer paints. I've put it off because I don't want to deal with the other thinner and stuff that they use. I don't like having that just here in the house. But they're so smooth when you use them that I kind of want to try it. I just need time to play with stuff, if that makes sense. If you ever come to Utah, you'll have plenty of them, because you can join mine. Hell yeah. Board game escape. RIP OG Hero Escape. Hero Quest is, we picked up, Scott did the, like, it's not Kickstarter, but like Hasbro's version of it. Picked up all the Hero Quest stuff. Free day, it's perfect. Glad to hear that. Oh, Bandit Goblin says, I'm exhausted. 2 days of sick, kiddo, and very little sleep. I'm sorry. I hope that they're feeling better here soon. Get all the rest, all the fluids. Make sure you hydrate. Poor little one. So a few local artists I've been told about that look like they'd be good. Also trying sci-fi one color. I'm going to see about doing the flowers and ace flag color. Personal tie-in for the tat. That's another thing to work out with myself first, so I'll do it as line work first. Yeah, you can always do that too. If you are undecided on color, you can always come back. Do a little bit of shading, and then if you want to add the color later, kind of set up for that. Play so many board games. Should make a breakfast burrito? You should. Do it. Enjoy that burrito. Yes, you should. Another vote for breakfast burrito. I've been making these like breakfast skillet things. And it's got like egg, potato, peppers, sausage, and bacon. And they're just like the Jimmy Dean's frozen stuff. They're really good. I've been doing that with my diet. That and a protein shake. Oh, it snowed last night? We have 4 inches of snow now? The planet's so broken. We were in the 90s here in Texas earlier this week. While you're getting snow, our weather's been all over the place. Everything's busted. It was like 60 there yesterday. I remember last year for Adepticon, there was like light snow flurries. I'm curious what it'll be like when we go up there. There's definitely been some years where it's like colder than others, but I guess we'll see. They're doing better now. Just need to recover. I'm not sick, thankfully. I feel like Stargate episode where he chugs the pot of hot coffee. Yeah, you've been in caretaker mode, which is also tough. Make sure you take care of yourself. Current weather trends this year, I don't think it'll snow. I just remember, because Scott does not like the cold, there was one year where it was just crazy windy. And like, I get it, it's Chicago, but it was tough on Scott. Where I'm a little bit more used to it. Because my family's from up there, so I'm used to it. Post a link to the artist I'm interested. Oh, okay, in Discord. I will take a look, Bill. I am curious. I want to see. But yeah, if you have any questions about like the actual tattooing, let me know. If I can help, I want to help. So let me know. That goes for anyone. I realize I have to pick up some sunscreen for my tattoos now. Now that it's warming up and I'll be outside more, I've got to get sunscreen. Take care of mine. Take care of yourself. I've never heard of this concept. I'm here to remind you in case. as I also have a hard time. I've been better about it. I don't know how much you guys can tell just through stream, but I've been better about it this year. Proud of myself. Took a long time. I'm getting better. I need to figure out what to do about the loincloth thing on my new Ultramarine Lieutenant. I feel like that's part that is missing something. You can always add like a decal if you want it. If you feel like it needs a little something something. Could freehand something. If you're feeling a little extra brave. Did the bleach linen color. Would be easy to do a decal then, if you feel like it needs something. Not sure what to do for shadows, though. So you could come back if you wanted to do a wash in just the recesses, or like the shaded bits. You could do that. You could also thin out a paint, so a, something like a Steel Legion. Something like this color. Thin that and put it in the shadows. If you're doing a off-white, more cream color. That would work. Like Xandri Dust, or, oh, you're working Reaper. Trying to think what Reaper's got. Aw. Thank you so much for the contribution toward Fulgrim. I really appreciate that. To our anonymous tipper there. Thank you, thank you. That kit is insane, and I'm excited to work on it at some point. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Those giant wings are going to be a project and a half. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I finally found that leather brown is an undercoat for red. Oh, it's amazing. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. It's fun when you find that combination you really like. A lot of people will comment that I like paint very quickly, and it's because I know a lot of combinations like that. So when you find the one that just works, it saves you so much time because you know what you want to do. I'm glad you found it. Don't give her more chaos. Never gonna see the old Dory again. I'm actually gonna build, because the Wraithseer, sorry, came in second. I'm gonna go ahead and build him here in between stuff. And we'll get him lined up, ways to mind. We will get there. I just really want to get the Seraphon since it's really close. That's been my focus. Still adding highlights, chat, sorry. He's got a lot of metal. Oh, you've been painting minis? Yeah, so I started with, and I'm sorry, we'd have to look up the year again. I started with 6th edition 40K. And basically, my husband we were dating at the time. He had him on his desk. And I asked about them, and he told me that there was the miniatures and a whole game around it. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna do that. So we hopped in whenever that box released. And then I've been streaming for 6, 7 years, somewhere in there. And I would say that's when I really tried to get better at painting, is when I started streaming. So like trying to learn new techniques and really trying to make it about the painting rather than just getting something ready for a game. 2012. Jeez. Jeez. So there you go, since 2012. Mikey, we have a Whiskey Golem. Let me get them all together here. That goes there. We've got one who is actually drinking whiskey from under here. And then I need to find one of my little gremlins got misplaced. There's one that's swinging out of his hand here, but I think I set it aside to not lose it, and now it's not here. Oh, and I'm sorry, there's one up here. And there's one back here. We have gremlins everywhere. But yeah, it's for Malifaux. I like doing leather brown or muddy brown for my leathers. Gives a nice little variation. I like that muddy brown. I've used that one quite a bit. It's a very pretty color. a nice brown. Did you have background in painting, or was that your entry? That was the entry, other than like little one-off stuff when I was a kiddo. Yeah, just dove right in. So for other hobbies, like I would mess with like artsy craftsy stuff now and then, but this would be the first time I've like had a hobby that I really stuck to, I guess would be my answer. Like before I did like some crocheting and knitting, kind of the more fabric-y stuff, but nothing as far as painting, no. A lot of it is self-taught. And now it's my full-time gig, so I stream and do commissions full-time, so found something I really love, and getting to nerd out with everyone on here I really love. So thank you everyone for all the support and letting me do what I love. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, it's what other hobbies have you been working on the electric? I know you said looking for a new hobby. What's your background? Chat, same question. What other hobbies outside of mini painting do we have? I would say outside of like hobby things, I also really love video gaming. We're gonna do I want to bring more video gaming to streaming. We did a little cozy game this past week. I really want to do the Ace Attorney games. I think they would be fun. We did Power Wash Sim the other day with the 40k DLC. If you guys missed that, it's up on YouTube. But yeah, I love video gaming. I love anime and manga. I've been reading more. I picked up a Kindle Paperwhite, and I've read more this last week than I've read in months, which is nice. Cassiodorus, hello, how are you? I know, we've got to fight it out in Malifaux at some point. How are you? I gotta get this cutie ready so we can battle. What are you up to today? I'm gonna go back to the black for a little bit here. Oh, we have friends in the chat. Hooty hoot. Darktide? I tried Darktide when it released, and until it gets like an actual story or things, or like progression, I'm probably out. I was a little disappointed, unfortunately. I wanted Vermintide, but 40k. That's not what we got. Isn't here adorable? Here, let me add the other gremlins. Oh, that's the wrong one. This one goes here. This one goes underneath. He's like tapped the keg and is drinking the whiskey. And then there's one that's swinging from his hand, but I've misplaced it. Are you bringing Malifaux to Adepticon? I know Scott is. I don't know that I am. I kind of want to. I don't have another crew together, though. It would have to probably be the Day of the Dead. I know Scott is, though. Sargarius, hello, how are you? Hey, Neff, welcome in. Do we only paint Warhammer, or do we paint other sorts of minis? Sure, so today I've actually got Malifaux. It's a lot of Warhammer, just because I have several armies, and a lot of my commissions are Warhammer. So some of the Warhammer I've got are some Chaos Knights I'm trying to finish. So I've got a few more bits we need to add, obviously, because they're missing faces and things. I also really love Kingdom Death, which is a cooperative board game. Creepy mini warning. If you don't like creepy minis, I'll give you a second. Here is Gorm, my baby boy. And then the other Warhammer I'm working on right now is I have a Seraphon army that I've been working on, so my lizards. Well, that's what I've got. Is there anything you're working on? Thought on the Blood Bowl gnomes? I'm probably gonna get them, Grim. They're really cute. I don't even play Blood Bowl, but they're adorable. I need the little fox with the football in his mouth. I need him. So I think we may just make him like a... We may do a paint and sell. So if anyone's interested in the gnomes after, let me know. It would be a slightly discounted commission rate if anyone's interested. Gorm is beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, it's an M at the end if you wanted to look him up later. But yeah, thank you. He's been fun. The swan gnome is beautiful. The gnomes are so cute. So cute. As for hobby, been rolling from one thing to another, struggling to keep at anything. Oils come from Bob Ross Face I had a few years ago. Now I'm in recovery for 6 months and do coloring to get my brain back. Decent colors for the first time in my life. Also recently got into knitting a bit more seriously. Need to keep at something. Ideally arts related for brain recovery. That's fair. I think learning something new is so good. I have kind of the same thing where I want to try a bunch of different stuff. It sounds like finding that thing that really grabs you is where you're at, right? So trying a bunch of different things, and then if one is the one you really want to stick with. So I understand that. Well, if you have any questions at all, seriously, let me know. I'm happy to help. I paint a lot of Warhammer. There's a lot of companies, though, with different miniatures. There's a lot of, like, the D&D miniatures, so I don't know if you're interested in, like, tabletop gaming at all. But, like, D&D's been putting out more figures. There's more of the display type stuff, so maybe not related to a game. So something like the little kitty cat I was working on. If you like to work on more stuff like that, I can point you to a couple places. There's 3D printing, so if you have a printer, I know not everyone wants to deal with it. I don't like dealing with it. That's another option. If you don't want to deal with it, there are like Etsy shops that you can buy them from. But yeah, I think if there's something where maybe you're also interested in like tabletop role-playing type stuff, there's different ways to get into it. Doesn't have to be Warhammer. The fox with the football is peak. He's so cute. Darth Infamous, welcome in. How are you? And a Sly. How we doing today? Hello, hello. You should try basing. I have Gorm's base to do. Where's your base, Hoot? What was it, 37 months of Hoot not basing? Where's your base? 6th, or it didn't happen. Lord Billblock, welcome in. Wog to you. How are you? What do you think of the new Orc Mini we saw this weekend? And the new box with a Stompa in it, which is pretty nuts to have a box with a Stompa in it. Just finished a 2,000-piece jigsaw. Very satisfying. Well done, Sly. Congrats. That's a lot of pieces. What was the, if you don't mind me asking, what was the puzzle of? I think it was for Christmas. For Scott's parents, we sent them a puzzle. It's basically the color spectrum. And it seemed like it would keep them busy for a while. I don't know that we've got an update on that puzzle, actually, now that I say that. I don't know, they've started it yet. Yeah, but Lord Billblock, is there anything you're working on? Welcome in. Think you're gonna try the new Dark Oath novel? I was reminded this weekend of just how many cool basing things you can do. Oh, with spare sprues. Yeah, if you're creative, you can build some pretty cool stuff yourself. What were you looking at for the sprues? I also made good progress on the cannon. The puzzle was another Disneyland Paris one. We have about 100 of them over the years. Oh my gosh. You have many puzzles ahead of you. That's cool. Another backlog for you, Slime. The puzzle backlog. I did some basing last year. I need to finish my Chaos Marines basing, but I don't wanna. I feel that. Just, it's tough getting everything lined up to just knock out, isn't it, Hoot? As much as we meme with each other, I totally get it. It's not the most fun thing to do. I also don't wanna. The puzzle's being used as a doorstop, probably. Scott's parents just cussing us out and putting the puzzle as a doorstop. I'm so lucky to have my in-laws. In the middle of D&D, I got a text from Scott's dad, and it was a dad joke, just in the middle of the afternoon. Hey chat, why was the broom late? Oh, there's only one you haven't done yet. Okay, so you've got a collection of puzzles. Why was the broom late, chat? I really goofed up this highlight. Hold on. I need to scoot this over. Cause it overswept. Ah. But that's what I got on a random. Because it was sleeping. I like yours better, Kevin. It was sleeping. Oh. But I loved it. Best in laws. I'll let him know that you all loved his joke. Yep. Weasel, hello, how are you? I went through my painting containers yesterday. Need to do basing for all of my ultramarines. Only 10 or 15 have any sort of basing. I think that's the hard part, is I find it easier to do it all at once. Because, like, you've already got the materials out. You just take a day and you knock it all out, right? But, like, then the day comes where you need to do it, and you're like, I super still don't want to do this. Hey, Bissell, welcome in. How are you? Thank you, thank you. I am trying to fix what we got here. This is, we started him a while back. We've got this that's really kind of softer detail, and I'm trying to sculpt it out myself. We're getting there. How are you? What you up to today? I have to ask, is this the Bissell, because there's the sculptor, right? Is that the username I see here? Or are we coincidence? Yeah, I know some of your work. Welcome on in. It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Follow you on the grams. Painter and miniature producer. There we go. Okay. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for coming to check out the stream. I appreciate it. But yeah, we're working on, this is from Malifaux. And let me get the full, because he's fun. You get the full thing. So he's basically, he is a golem full of whiskey barrels. And the gremlins have taken over. So the gremlins have their little cups. There's actually one face first in the whiskey. This one has actually tapped the bottom keg and is drinking the whiskey. And then there's one more gremlin I've misplaced, but he is swinging from his hand here. So I will find him a little bit later. But we're trying to get him together. But that's what I've got today. Welcome on. Let's see, I have a couple of friends. Oh no, I skimmed ahead. Nathan J, Nathan S, Nathan E. Starting a band. I'm trying to figure out a name for their band. The United Nathans. Cassiodorus, get out. Get out. Lovely model scene. It's really cute. I love that they do these kind of like narrative sculpts, especially for like the Nightmare editions. They're really fun. I just want to work on more Malifaux. Sorry, Cassie. Thank you for your joke, but also get out. Sorry, 1 second. I lost my reference. When I got up this morning, I looked at my calendar. I realized my days are numbered. All of you. Out. Out. All of you. I hope we can get this non-metallic done today. I feel a lot better about it now, other than these. Those are still giving my brain some trouble. It might just be too early. I might need some more coffee before we get that all sorted out here. The rest of it, I feel good about. Getting there. I dropped some coffee, see? You and I both, Fly. You and I both. Let's see, what else? We've kind of talked about what we're watching. We talked a little video games. Anyone else playing anything good? I mentioned I want to bring more to stream because they're fun. Find a good mix of stuff we can bring on. I need to figure out how to paint my Malifaux band. I did fix the arm in my Autumn Night with a bit of green stuff. Okay, good. I know you said you were missing a piece. Glad that worked out. We're able to get it back together. Which warband did you pick up again? I know it's been a little bit. Hey, Genki Den, welcome in. How are you? You barista your drink or instant coffee? I actually used to be a barista, so I've just got a real simple espresso machine. And then for my gains, I do it with a protein shake. So it's kind of my weird caffeine protein concoction. How are you? Welcome in. What about you? Do you also mix up some drinks? Welcome, welcome. I've got some of the like fun syrups and stuff when I'm feeling extra fancy. Doris has been trying to find a game that captures my interest. I've been having zero luck. Is there something you're in the mood for that maybe we could help with? Or not even sure on that? Avian says, thanks to you, I bought and am downloading the 40k Power Wash Simulator. Hell yeah, Avian. It's really fun. The tracks on the Land Raider do take a bit, though. Playing Dragon Hair? My inner tactical adventure nerd is happy. I don't know that. Seven, welcome in. How are ya? How's your weekend? We're working on this cutie today. I kind of want to take the... Let's do the black on the base, because I think that's going to help me too. Just to check out colors and stuff. Shrek, hello! How are ya? It's good to see ya. Welcome, welcome in. Sometimes the overspray on the base just kind of messes with my head, so let's get that cleaned up. Do some latte stuff at home, mostly instant coffee when I play video games. That sounds real cozy. What are you playing right now? I just finished the newest Yakuza game. Loved it. I love the whole series for Yakuza. I think I'm going to start the Mario RPG remake next. I think that's my plan. And then I want to pick up Unicorn Overlord, which is the new Vanillaware tactical game. I want to pick that up as like something to play on the way to Adepticon, because we have a long time in the car. I think between that and my Kindle, I think I'll be alright, you know? I think that's what I want to do. Trade in some of my Switch games and do that. Good. Ooh, gonna see Dune today? I hope you love it. I've heard it's very good. I hope you enjoy. You'll have to let us know what you think. Sitting your expertise, what's the smoothest coffee out there? Oh, I don't know. I am not... I wouldn't say I'm a coffee expert by any means. I know how to make the drinks. I'm not, like, sampling a whole bunch of coffees, if that makes sense. If someone else would like to hop in, please feel free. But no, I'm not a... I don't like using the term. I'm not a coffee snob. I enjoy coffee, but I'm not like, you have to brew this one. Specifically, if you don't have this one, it's bad. Hey, Zylak, welcome in. Tamara, welcome in. How we doing today? We are working on this Whiskey Golem, which is a lot of fun. What are you guys up to today? Oh, it's a mobile game. Gotcha. Let's see. I started MGS3 while on vacay. Forgot how much I love that game. Was that part of the... I know they're doing remasters. Are those out already? Do you have any models? Ooh, with glowy mushrooms? I do not. Do you? Is that what you're working on? I wish I did, but I do not. It sounds fun. It says, call me a child if you wish. Basically all cases where I could have coffee for chocolate milk. That's fair. God also doesn't like coffee, so I get it. I love me some coffee, but I'm not super particular about my coffee. I just like it. You also love coffee? What's everyone's, like, if you were to get, like, a latte or, like, a mixed drink like that, what is your go-to, chat? Mine is honestly pretty easy. I just like an iced latte. And I'll switch up the syrup to whatever I'm feeling. I love me an iced coffee. If I'm feeling a little less spicy, I'll do just a cold brew with some cold foam. Let's see, best coffee I has from Camp for Coffee. We have a local roaster in Columbus, which is amazing too. Upper Cup. The only coffee I don't like is old coffee. As long as it's fresh, I can do it. Yeah, I think I'm kind of in that boat. I'm happy to try whatevs. I just like coffee. Vanilla latte, but lately, ooh, the pistachio latte has your heart. I've seen it advertised and I've always thought it sounded a little strange, but I'm sure it's a lot better than like what I have in my head. You're not adult enough for coffee. Sure. I'd agree with that. No. I typically had a pink drink or one of the refreshers. Gone coffee, mocha with like tons of extra chocolate and peppermint. Pink drink is good. I like to get that like in the summer. I just need something a little... Need a little pick-me-up. I'll go get that. Go ahead and let that one. It's fine. I'm a basic bee. Give me hot chocolate where they didn't burn the milk so I can taste the chocolate. That's fair. It's not super pistachio, just has a slight flavor. Gotcha. I've been boycotting Starbucks. We got a Scooters coffee, which I don't know. They're a chain, but I don't know how like large they are. Theirs is pretty good. I went and got drinks with my mom there one morning. And they tend to do like a seasonal drink as well. So I don't know what they have right now. That wasn't bad. I would go to... They have like their own brand of refresher and all of that too. Yeah, I don't know where exactly that chain is like from or where they're located, but that's pretty good. Yeah, Scooters Coffee. They've got pastries and, you know, the usual stuff. Pretty good. Would go there again. I think it was their Autumn Crunch latte. It was like a blend of like caramel, vanilla, and maybe hazelnut. It's pretty tasty. So, hi, please welcome in. What do you use for recess shading? I've been using Citadel's Black Legion Contrast. I love how deep and dark it is, but holy does it take forever to recess shade with it. I tend to actually just thin out paint. So if I was going to do a black, I would just thin out a regular black paint. I feel like I have a little bit more control with it. If I'm doing metallics, though, I just do either the Nuln Oil or some of the contrast. Yeah, welcome on in. I don't use a whole lot of the contrast paint. I know that they're really good for some of the recess shading. Some people I know use them as glazes. I just don't use them as much. Just because I kind of already have my... I don't know, I already have like my style and I don't tend to use them, but they're good to have for sure. What are you working on right now? What have you got that you're using the Black Templar on? Or Black Legion, sorry. I'm gonna do a little bit of our Dark Sea Blue as a glaze. You back for the article? What time is it actually? I don't even know. Okay, got a little bit. You move my cup so I can actually see. Okay. All right, chat. Speaking of the article, what do we think we'll have today for the pre-order article? Any guesses? What do we still have out there to pre-order? What are we waiting on? Orcs. You think that new orc right off the bat? Is he new Underworld stuff? I'm trying to remember what is... It was Old World this week, right? For pre-orders. I think I saw it was like Tomb Kings and Bretonnia stuff. So it could be 40k, it could be Sigmar. It would be Underworlds. 37 Blacklight reprints in different languages. Yeah, in different formats too. Good guess. Let's see, just my Crimson Fist Space Marines. I just started assembling my Leviathan box. Was haunted by how long it's gonna take to recess shade everything. Those big boxes can be very intimidating. Yes. Agreed. I would say if you're having trouble, pick a smaller goal and go from there. So pick a unit or two or a character or two and get them where you want them. And then move on from there. I only say that because sometimes people get too overwhelmed with how much stuff is in a box. And then they end up dropping stuff, and we don't want that. Don't want to drop progress. Maybe since it's March, a reprint of the Dark Imperium collection. I want the neat covers. Overwhelmed? What's that? I primed over 100 minis last weekend, and I'm still not done. I have a problem. I can do that for commission. For my own stuff, that stresses me out. But I also am someone to hop between things a lot. For both commissions and my stuff. If I have to work on the same thing for too long, I go a little crazy. Pretty sure I'm gonna get everything assembled, primed, and base coated, and start working my way through different units. I think that's a good way to do it, especially getting through the base coat, because then it's all consistent, because you've done it all at the same time. So I think that's a good plan. So stressed, trying to figure out how to make it manageable. I think I'm going to give you the same advice. Maybe get to that prime and base coat stage, and then one unit at a time, Cassiodorus. One thing at a time. But I do think having the prep work done in bulk can be really good. Because then it's a matter of you just go and pick up the mini you want to work on, you know? But if it's stressing you out to see all of it, that's definitely something to... Like, I will straight up take things off my desk and put it somewhere else if I get a little overwhelmed. If I just can't look at anything else at the moment. I will straight up put it on my shelf above me, or even just out in the game room sometimes. Does anyone ever look at old minis and go back over them? I was looking at some of mine and thought, I can improve this. No. I don't. I save it for the next mini I want to work on. Chat, same question. Do you go back to old minis? I go back to unfinished minis. If I've considered it done, I won't go back. I know you're using one of the Monument Pro Sable brushes. I am. Yep. Picked up one a few weeks ago. My god, they're worth every penny. I really like it. The only thing I've noticed is this is number 1. They're a little bit smaller than like the Raphael sizes. So if anyone's thinking about getting one, maybe go up a size or 2. But I really like mine. I'll keep using it for sure. Should have done some of this before. I keep messing up this non-metallic chat. I don't know what's wrong with my brain today. Not a sponsor, that's okay, because we are. If you guys want to pick up your own brush, you can check that link right there. And I have a code for a coupon, if you guys want to check them out too. I use the synthetic. I've got the synthetic here, which I've been using for metallics, and then we are using the sable today. So I am using both, and I like them. Yeah, we are! But if you want that code, it is there. I really like the brushes. I've been using them quite a bit. I usually use Raphael, and I need to order some more Raphael, but decided to pick these up as well. And really liking them. Can recommend. I really like the synthetic, especially when I'm doing a lot of metallic work. They're a really nice synthetic to have. It's holding up nicely. I used the code the other day. Thank you, Bill. Thank you. I do see those come through every now and then, so thank you. Hey, Runestad, welcome in. with building painting models, I feel treating primer as part of the build process is a big help for me when starting painting models. That's a good way to put it. You kind of lump it in with the build. I guess I kind of do too in my head, like subconsciously, because you're not painting just yet. You're prepping. So I guess I kind of do too. The mini's done, then I put it away. Otherwise, I'd be like, one more thing, yeah. I take what I did right now from the last one, try and apply it to the next one. Yep, the same. Should I try and do black 3.0 for the chaplain armor? That could be neat. I think if you want to try it on something, that's a good candidate for it, for sure. All right. I need to not work on the non-metallic for a second. We will come back to it, but I need to work on little gremlins for a bit. I'm goofing myself up at this point, so it's time to move away from it for a little bit. The only thing I've gone back to is 14-year-old Jezzy didn't base any of their Necrons, so I'm going back and basing them. I like that. I would consider that going back to finish, as opposed to like... like you've called something finish and you're going back to it. I would say that's finishing them. What do you think? I'm just gonna blackline these little gremlins for a little bit. Next time I do an order for monument stuff, I'll use the code. Gotta head out. Have a good weekend. Thank you so much for coming by. We'll see you later. But yeah, the monument stuff's really nice. Use that code. Get that discount. How'd you use your code when I got the new paint case? No, you're good. Next order then. You can use different streamers. Yeah. It's, I think every order you can throw it everyone on. But we have it there and available. You wanna use that discount code. I think they've updated it too to where you can use it. No, I think they've updated it, so now you can use it multiple times now. It used to be the first one. They've gone back and made some changes now, which is nice. A few questions. I will try my best. While we blackline this little gremlin. Maybe we just finish him real quick. I think that might be a good plan. Get him off of our to-do list while I keep goofing up the non-metallic. I need a win. Take it. He's got his little glass bottle we need to paint as well. First question, why is my cat so cute? Because cute cat. Next. Let's go with... what green do I want to use? Go with, like, the Cabalite green. I like that. Because fuzz. You have an idea for a daylight lamp for traveling? I don't, because I don't like to travel and paint. Chat, does anyone else have a daylight lamp they would recommend? I like the lamp that I have, but I probably would not travel with it. No, it's a little bit bigger. Traveling, I'm not sure. But if anyone has a suggestion, feel free to throw it in the chat. I'm spoiled and I don't like to paint outside of my setup, so I have not looked into that. If anyone has one, though, throw it in. Do you have another one while we maybe wait on an answer? Another question. Does anyone have any hobby questions that we could maybe help with? A reminder, we do have our Discord. If you'd like to share what you're working on, !Discord will get you there. We also share hobby news, so all of the reveals and stuff are in there. That's available if anyone wants to come join us. And I went to Warhammer Cafe. Oh, you got the exclusive coins. The Imperial Credit and the Chaos Coin thing. They're neat. They're a cool little collectible. Do we doing... Oh, we'll come into that in just a second, Mikey. Doing so much edge highlighting right now. It's about 1 to 2 mil thick line for the first color. Okay, so you're doing heavy metal style. Just the edge for the third. The first layer is so thick, I can go back and trim up the base layer. Sorry. If the first layer is too thick, yeah. Go back with whatever your base or your layer color is to trim it back up. And you can do that all the way down. Yep. You're going to be too tight in painting edging. Yeah, in general for edge highlighting, if you have that base coat, just go back and touch it up with that. I do that with mine too. Is if it's just a little bit too thick, I'll go back and clean it back up. All right. Why is noob the coolest hobbyist? I don't have an answer for that one, noob. We do have the article though, so let's hop over and check that out, and then we can get back to hobby stuff and also our Whiskey Golem. So there's where he's at right now. For some reason, this non-metallic is breaking my brain a little bit. We're getting there, though. We're getting closer. Let me hop over there. Silac asks, how do you maintain protect your brushes? Mine have lasted a while, but I feel like the way I paint, especially minis with texture like fur, puts my brushes through the ringer. Do you have a brush soap is going to be my answer. I use the Masters brush soap, and I'm going to throw my gear page in here. That gear page, there's affiliate links through Amazon, but it's a lot of the stuff that I use for painting, streaming, recording, everything is in there. That brush soap is in there if you want to check it out. I know Monument also has a nice brush soap, but using a brush soap will help. If you do the Masters, it's also a conditioner, so kind of like a hair conditioner. If you give it a real good clean and then you leave a little bit in the bristles and like bring it back to a point, that'll help to condition the bristles too. So that is another tip I can share with the brush soap. But I would say that's the big one, is having a soap for after, especially like long painting sessions. Make sure you use the soap. I will say I'm really bad about brush maintenance because at the end of the day, I just want to be done and I don't always clean them. But if you do that, they will last longer. Yeah. Let's see. We have an odd light we use for traveling. Mine is the brightest lamp. Has a wireless charging stand. Oh, that's cool. I don't think I've seen that. All right. Let me get the article pulled up. Come here. All right. Throw this in with the other reveal stuff we were looking at. All right. Window capture. Sunday preview. Let's take a look, chat. Yeah, it's fine, Bill. If you want to throw it in, go for it. All right, Sunday preview. The Dawnbringer's crusade continues as the Crone Seer circles above. All right, so we are back to Dawnbringers. Book 5, Shadow of the Crone. Both halves of the twin-tailed crusade have battled through unimaginable horrors. Harrowed but unbroken, they now begin the hard task of founding new settlements in Akshi and Garen, and as they labor to complete their task, a terrible conspiracy threatens to engulf Hammerhall Aksha. Luckily, Hannibal Toll and his companion Armin Callis are on the case. Mysteriously Crone Seer lends them assistance from the shadows. This is such a cool cover. The book features rule for, is it Crethusa, the Crone Seer? Plus Callis and Toll and their ragtag band of allies, alongside a new army of renown, a new regiment of renown, the next part of the Twin-Tailed Crusade, Cities of Sigmar Path to Glory Battle Pack, and Strongpoint Assault rules for team-based match play. That's a lot of words. But it is all in these books. There is a special edition, if you like those. We've got the Saviors of Cinderfall with Cat Lady. Love Cat Lady. Callis and Toll have a job to do. Protect Hammerhall Aksha. Tough job made all the more difficult by a mysterious conspiracy involving casks of King's Blood wine being stockpiled in the winding catacombs beneath the city. As they root out this evil, they're joined by the capable thief Lisa Ravina and spymaster Mistress Ferentia, the Weaver of Whispers. Valius, the Keeper Axia, Lord Castellan lends his celestial strength to the cause, is joined by his loyal Grifthound Balthus. Rules for using these miniatures in a regiment of renown can be found in Shadow of the Crone. So this is a cool little group here. Really fun miniatures. I love Cat Lady so much. I need Cat Lady. We've also got Crethusa's Crone Host. So this is the first place you can get this new miniature, is with this box. Gifted with the power of prophecy at the cost of her material sight, Cthulhu the Crone Seer is the herald of Morai Heg, an ancient elven god consumed by Slanesh. With the aid of divine visions and shadowy magic, Cthulhu leaves those who have defected from Morathi Kane's side. This box pairs the new character with 5 Doomfire Warlocks that can also be built as Dark Riders, 10 Sisters of Slaughter that can be built as Witch Elves, and the perfect way to start an army of Crone Seer's Pariahs, a new army of renown with rules in Shadow of the Crone. So this is the new one here, a conspiracy. That's right. So that's what we've got here. New box. We've also got a Spearhead, which is the new Vanguard boxes. They changed the naming on them. But look, Andrasta's back. How are things in... Yeah, Order for Age of Sigmar just means against chaos, essentially. Order means against chaos. Wait till she's available separately. Yeah. Mageson also waiting for separate. But here is the Spearhead for our Stormcast players. Andrasta, the Celestial Spear, plunges from the sky to lead a new Spearhead of Stormcast Eternals against the enemies of Sigmar. Supporting her are a trio of Annihilators who smash into combat with thunderous momentum, 10 Vanquishers armed with Celestial Greatswords, a swift Storm Strike Chariot pulled by specially bed Griff Chargers, and a Knight Vexillar with a Banner of Apotheosis who aids these warriors in the fight against overwhelming odds. The box contains 16 miniatures, fantastic starting point or expansion for Stormcast Eternals armies. Andrasta is a cool model, for sure. Is the Chariot new? I don't think so. I don't think any of this is new. Rise, hello, how are you? We also have the new Spearhead for Cities of Sigmar. The brave men and women of the Cities of Sigmar must do battle against terrifying foes and nightmarish beasts, with little to aid them but the weapon in their hands and their unwavering faith. This new Spearhead box contains 17 miniatures, 10 Free Guild Steelhelms, 5 Free Guild Cavalier, led by the veteran Free Guild Cavalier Marshal, devastating long-range support from the Iron-Willed Great Cannon. So some of the new city stuff. We're good here, Rise. We're looking at the pre-order article today. Oh, just kidding, we're not done. Another Spearhead. We have Flesh Eater Courts also coming. Flesh Eater Courts suffer under a supernatural delusion, which leads them to believe they are members of a noble kingdom, and not... Sorry, my dog's going nuts. Not the gore-slick cannibals their terrified opponents must face. Drink deep from the Mad King's chalice with the Spearhead box. 15 miniatures with the abhorrent Archregent, their 10 Cryptguard attendants, joined by a spine-chilling Vargov courtier, 3 Morbeg knights who ride ferocious night shriekers into battle. Pretty neat. Mousebait, hello, how are you? And a Sea Dagger, how are we doing today? How are we doing? I don't recognize this piece on the left. Greedy, hello, how are you? What a majestic banner bearer. Look at him go. Look at him go. Sadie has things to say about the Spearheads. Yeah, she's ready. Alright, we've got some Warcry terrain. 3 pieces of Warcry terrain. The Elder Nar Oak, Idol of Matzelpoda, and Starfire Pylon are also returning to sale as separate releases. You can use them to pump up your Warcry collection, add to your Warhammer Age of Sigmar battlefields. Warcry! Warcry! Enjoy the terrain. It does look really nice. The like arch here specifically is really cool. I like those. Those are neat. We've also got the Maw Pit. When the Ogre Maw tribes go to battle, gastromantic magic, gross, saturates the realms, causing great rents and turning orifices to open in the land itself. That's a gross sentence to have to read. The Maw tribes believe those to be manifestations of the Great Maw, will eagerly sacrifice unwilling victims by hurling them to the pits ringed with flesh-tearing teeth. This huge terrain piece was first available in Warcry Hunter and Hunted, will be available to pre-order separately next week. If you've been waiting for your Sarlacc pit, it's now coming. Alright, Black Library. I'm not going to read everything for the novels, but we've got Callus and Toll, so if you're interested in that group of the new miniatures, they are also getting a book. We have Road of Skulls on audiobook, Sassanorum Kingmaker in French, Fall of Cadia in German, Heresy Omnibus also in German, and then Warhammer Plus, we have Lore Masters of the Cursed City of Shadespire, and then Masterclass, you get to paint this gross guy. Tutorial on how to paint disgusting, rotten innards to a high standard. So for Nurgle or your Flesh Eater Quartz. That's what we got. Muppet looks so cool. It's pretty gross. Do you have a piccolo pillow behind you in the corner? I do. I do. How to paint intestines like a pro. Yep, there you go. That's what we've got. Chat, what are we thinking? Who's gonna pick up some, not Vanguard, Spearhead boxes, Maw Pit, some terrain? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? The pillows, I love I used it the other night. I was in here watching One Piece, and I needed a pillow, and we cuddled and watched One Piece. It's great. Whenever I need a floor time, I just get my pillow out. She's really cool. But yeah, I would wait till separate. I don't need the rest of the elves. Phil says, you know what I was thinking? I need to up my guts game. Has anything about the Dark Angels Terminates? Oh, coming to New Zealand. There was a asterisk, and I'll go down. It looked like some of these were delayed for Australia. Let me scroll back down. Products are delayed in Australia and New Zealand. So it looks like things continue to be a little behind. Let me scroll up and see where that is. I would assume it's all these new things. So delayed for Australia, it looks like the book, Shadow of the Crone. This group, yeah, it looks like all the new stuff. Delayed for Australia. So it looks like that continues to be a thing. Elves, yeah, we've got Daughters of Cain. Add this new box. But that's what we got. All right. Well, Warcraft. Well, that's what we got for pre-order, chat. Very cool. Now let's go back and work on our Whiskey Golem a bit more. Like their horsies. Have they wore the hammers yet? Will you continue to wear the hammers? Broso, what you up to today? Want to see my new ink while I'm here? Once I sell the 36 copies they released in the US, we won't have access to them either yet. You want to see? Okay, before I head back over, because I know people are coming in at different times. Let me hop back here. My new ink. Okay, mouse bait, here we go. I got little kid Goku. Here he is before, in the Discord, because he had been sitting while we worked on this one, he was starting to bleed a little bit again. And he looked absolutely baked out of his mind because the blood was over his eyes and he looked bloodshot. So there he is all cleaned up. He's not blazed anymore, yeah. And then UI Goku, which is Ultra Instinct, his new form, is on my forearm. So then I will get one more here. And then I've got to start picking out smaller stuff and filler. So Shenron will wrap around a little bit more. We'll fill in like background stuff. I did leave a little space here for something, and I need to figure out what it is. What's on the underarm? A lot of it is where like Piccolo and Vegeta kind of connect, so I could maybe fit something here, but I don't want to crowd Piccolo. And then this will be the last one I've got planned. Yeah, if you thought Goku ate a lot of food before, wait till you see him with the munchies, right? Krillin, Shirley. So the ones sorry, Vegeta's back there. That's what you see. So he's got my back. So the ones I still kind of want to do for my Dragon Ball friends is I kind of want to do Saiyaman and Videl. So Gohan as Saiyaman with Videl. I would like Bulma somewhere. I'd really like her to be near Vegeta if I can. And then little Goten and Trunks doing the fusion dance, who may be who ends up here. That's after that, it's filler and background. So as much as we can put on there. Upper inner arm. So I can say here for Piccolo hurt. That one hurt. The elbow ditch. Holy mother of... This right here. Hurt like a biatch. Hurt. I would say the outside did a little bit too. Near the elbow. That is, so you have the elbow, and then the elbow ditch. So if you're going to a tattoo artist, that's what you would call it. It hurts. It hurts. Thanks, Ronica. If I goof that up, please let me know. I'm here to ask what Age of Sigmar is versus Fantasy Warhammer. Original Dragon Ball needs to be talked about way more. Big agree. Guys at the gym whose entire personalities are in Vegeta, Goku, Hype B shirts, or Saiyan Armor, Rash Guard start. And with DBZ. Never saw Kid Goku in Bulma's Adventures. Big agree. I think it's required. You have to... I went back recently, so that's how I kind of got back into it, is I realized that when I was growing up, here in the States, they really didn't air the original one, or if they did, it was way later. So we all started with Z. But yeah, have to go back. Welcome on in, how are you? I love that you found your place here with Warhammer and with Dragon Ball. So Age of Sigmar versus Fantasy is basically timeline. So Fantasy was the original game. It's now called Old World. They moved it and updated it to Age of Sigmar, where they blew up the world. And they wanted to kind of redo the game so that it was closer to 40k. So they basically blew everything up. It's no more rank and file for the actual tabletop game. It's more individual bases and things. They've now brought back the Old World. So if you like the history and the characters of Old World, that is... sorry, I'm going to leave that one out. It is now available again. But that was their way to kind of update the game system, was to go to Age of Sigmar. The new races are basically old races with new names and themes. The Wood Elves basically being nature mechs. Kind of. So I think where it made sense for them to kind of continue on, they kept it. The Wood Elves Sylvaneth kind of became that new army, but it is much more like the tree people, like dryads and things like that. So they've even dipped into more like bug stuff. So like Wood Elves, I would say, are more focused in the Old World. Or fantasy, where Sylvaneth kind of became the direction they took that line. So yeah, it's kind of, one, it's timeline based, and two, it's how the game is played. There are differences between them. But if you have any other questions from that, let me know, and I will try my best to answer them. Catching up here. My artist is Amazeballs. I love her. She's super duper sweet, and she absolutely crushes it. Her line work is so crispy. Her color work is amazing. I am so lucky to have found her. Where's Yamcha going? It can go on your arm, Greedy. You can have all the Yamcha you want. The Grace says, "Still trying to decide if I'd get a tattoo. I haven't been able to decide for 15 years. I'd give them be the Blood Angels chapter symbol. Maybe a few other faction symbols. Big Bug Sylvaneth is cool. I kind of want to paint it. They're cool. I miss the Wood Elves. There are Wood Elves, but they're not explored. They're kind of mushed into other armies, and they're not going to get updated. They're not the faction they used to be. Mikey headed out for work. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Hope work goes well. At a glance, it looks cheaper and easier to get into than it was 15 years ago. I saw people buy 40k stuff at Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments. I would say definitely easier. I don't know about cheaper. I think it's definitely grown. I know especially with COVID, it's grown quite a bit. So it's probably easier to find in like a hobby store than it used to be. Yeah, they've been doing price increases. I can't imagine it'd be cheaper, but it definitely adds up. Yeah. GW did my favorite vampire count bloodline dirt in the end times, and then they didn't include a Age of Sigmar. Yeah, there's definitely some salt there too, as the... I mean, obviously you're blowing up the world, you're changing factions. A lot of the named characters are now just like generic characters. So there's a lot of change between the two, but... It's an outsider. I'm shocked 3D printing didn't put a huge dent in Games Workshop. They're still skyrocketing. Most people don't want to mess with it. Myself included. If my option is a plastic kit that goes together really quickly, or something where I have to finagle 3D print files, I'm going to pick the kit every time. Yeah, it's a big effort cleaning up 3D prints, learning how to like get them all spliced and ready to print. And I don't like 3D printing. Give it a decade or so. I think it'll be interesting because like printers are more available. I would still pick the plastic kit every time. I think it's easier to clean up. Unless the printers just straight up get to the point where you don't have to clean them at all. Then maybe, yeah. Yeah. I guess started enjoying sort of my spaceful stuff around the time Nikki did, but didn't start paying or doing things till COVID. A lot of people, yeah, hopped in. Hey, Shushu, welcome in. How are you? Welcome in. Plastic's either work. Yeah, make it softly. Let's be on easy. I don't want to. I don't like to drop the F-bomb. I don't like to fuck with it, honestly. I don't enjoy it. I don't like having to clean it up. Don't like having to wait on it print. If I can just pick up the box, discount it at the store, yeah, I'm going to pick that every time. For bits, custom stuff, 3D printing's cool. I'm not going to pick 3D printing over a box. Anytime. Nope. I'm going to pick plastic every time. All right, let's get back to our Whiskey Golem. Atsumori, welcome in. How are you today? I know. That's how strongly I feel about it, though. There's a lot of people like me that just don't want to mess with it. Some people are fine printing entire armies. The thought of that makes me... Bleh. Nope. Nope. The biggest of nopes. The biggest of nopes. I don't mind a unit here and there. But no. I want to do the printing. If someone else does the printing cleaning, I'm willing to pay. Like, don't get me wrong, I've printed stuff. I've got things behind me that are printed. I'm not like anti 3D printing. I just, given the choice, I don't want to mess with it. No. No. My child's ears must be removed now. Sorry, Greedy. I try to reserve it, and that one I meant it. I have a 3D printer. It's much easier to do the plastic. I cut, assemble, done. I don't have to mess with the chemicals, cleaning. You don't have to wait on it to print. You don't have to wait on... Yeah. No. When the printers get more advanced and I don't have to do as much of that, sure. Maybe. Until then, no. No. I think you have the skills to design your own stuff, and 3D print's more appealing. A lot of people don't have those skills. It's just, even the small stuff, I don't want to do it. A lot of people don't want to do it. I just think more models are a lot more expensive per model than Fantasy ever was. Old Fantasy is 4 times the model count, so you'd break about even. 40k, however, 2,000 point armor cost you at least $400. More than it did 15 years ago for the same amount of models, yeah. People have different opinions? Not allowed. I know people who will just print everything, and that's great. I think assuming the bulk of people will do that, we're not there yet. Nope. Nope. I'm allowed 1 F-bomb, like a PG-13 film, that's right. I try not to, because I know little ones are running around, but no. I don't think it's going to make a dent in a long while. 3D printing's a nice option to have. I wouldn't want to make it my primary way. Yeah. No. And again, I have 3D prints. I have Lord of the Rings proxies that are 3D printed. I do it. I'm not anti 3D printing. But if it was the main way for me to get an army, I wouldn't have an army. I'm sure 3D printing is the resin plastic is king for toughness, but I'm a printer now. That, I don't like the kind of the brittleness. And I know there's different resins, but of the options, yeah, I'll take that plastic. I'll take the plastic. What are you working on right now? What have you got killing us softly? What's current project? Anyone who came in during the article, what are we working on? What do we got this weekend? Today we are working on a Whiskey Golem. This is from Malifaux, which is a skirmish game. Normally we paint a lot of Warhammer here. Today I'm taking a break to work on this guy because I really want him done. Tomorrow we'll be back to Ultramarines for March for McCraig. So we're going to kick off March with some Ultramarines. Other Warhammer stuff I've got is I've been working on my lizards, so my Seraphon army, getting together. And then I've been working on some Chaos Knights. No. Nope. Thank you for the bits, Mousebait. We will agree to disagree. But we're working on some Chaos Knights. And I'm gonna work on them off stream while we work on the Ultramarines. What else have we got? I can show Gorm again. There's some Kingdom Death I'm working on. But yeah, a little bit of everything right now. But welcome in. Happy to have you. And today it's March for McKeg. There you go. Thank you, Sly. It's perfect. Let's see. She's working on Battletech Mini. Atsumori says, I'm working on Hero Quest miniatures. Which ones are you working on? I'm trying to convince our D&D group to play Hero Quest after we finish Curse of Strahd. Which ones are you working on? Let's see. Escher Gang Proxies, Keeper of Secrets, and Sisters of Silence. That's a fun mix of minis there. Mouse is trying to burn the world. She doing it. They're doing it. I like the feel of metal, but my god, if I have to touch up where it chips one more time. That's it for me. I'm done. I'm done. Die already, please. Welcome in. Getting ready to start some Chaos Nights after I finish the Great Unclean one. You've got some fun projects there too. Welcome, welcome in. The Great Unclean one is such a great kit. I have enjoyed the ones that I have worked on. Are you also loving it? I found the old metal support weapons for the Eldar, just waiting for them to arrive. Just got the old Malifaux metal models. Yeah, Mousebait's been diving into some old Malifaux. I have the old metal Hamlin that I want to work on. That I stole from Scott. Because now I have the Hamlin keywords. Want to get that together. I used to have 2 metal tree lords back in the fantasy battle days. That noped me right out. I think the only metal I still have, Warhammer-wise, is I have a metal Canis Wolfborn. Because I didn't want to get the Finecast version. I stuck with the metal. Full Skaven army in metal. No, it's not painted. Well, even if it was, it's not painted now. Can you tell I'm bitter about metal chipping? Even with clear coats and things. I just hate messing with it. Any cool ideas how one might paint an army to make it look like they're fighting in heavy rain? I think at that point you're looking at like mood lighting. Honestly, Sarkarius. Because other than like a gloss coat and things like that, as far as like rain, I think you're kind of into mood lighting, atmospheric lighting, if that makes sense. Making it look like, I guess it'd be more like under moonlight, but that's all I can think of right off the bat. You have 2 old Malifaux crews. I think Scott still has some of his too. The mix is not good. Don't mix metal and plastic. Yeah. I know a lot of the fantasy stuff that they're bringing back are mixed material kits. Which is, it's rough to see. It's rough to see. Gloss and matte coats show wet and dry. Yes. I still don't know if it would read as rain. But that would be, if you're looking for texture-wise, what Avian's got is the closest I can think of. And then if you do more of an atmospheric light than usual. Clear glue to make raindrops falling off things. Yeah, you could do almost like the Uhu glue or the fishing wire to make it dripping. That would be more than just the painting, obviously, but you'd have some more movement with the water. I think your basing would also be important. So if we're looking at something like a Malifaux crew, putting the water effects on the base would help sell it too. I have a bunch of metal minis. My first is a very solid pewter dreadnought. Heavy. Heavy. I have a lot of metal road trader all painted. No shiny pewter here. I lied. I do have some more metal. Some of the Middle-earth stuff for my Rohan are still metal. I got some of the characters for Rohan. And I haven't touched them yet. You dunk them in water and take a photo. You're welcome. Hey, BS Machine, welcome in. Hitting it and running. Plenty of travel sports to do this weekend. Okay, but I saw I had a sub renewal. Thank you so much for hitting the button. Thank you so much for coming by to say hi. I hope the rest of the weekend goes well. Thank you, thank you. We will catch you next time then when you've got some more time. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. That is the plan. Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. Thank you everyone for spending part of your Sunday with us today. If you'd like to see, if you're new to the stream, you want to see what else I've been working on, I do have my socials. I'll throw that in here. We also do have a YouTube that I have revamped. So we have more stuff coming to that. I am doing my first members only video this week. So we're doing some cell shading anime repaints. And my next one goes up this week. If you are interested in that, or you want to see the colors that I use, that is going to be my members video. After that, we're going to do Vashtor as members videos. So if you're interested in my longer form tutorial stuff, I am starting those this week. You can check that out. I'm pretty excited about it. But I'm hoping to show you guys this week kind of how I have that planned when the first ones go up. You guys get an idea of how it works. You booted up Elden Ring yesterday for the first time in about a year. How'd it go, Sly? Those a foamly corvus belly would stop with the metal. I love metal, but the crew has such small arms. Guns, I'm worried. Yeah. It went better than I expected, actually. JPIC mentioned they went back as well with the DLC coming. Take anyone out? Added a few more levels, killed a couple more bosses. We love to see it. I'm excited to hop back in. I was also considering hopping back to Last Epoch. Slam ended up picking it up. Scott's been playing it. I played it in the early access, but there's definitely... I was playing with Scott, who had already played a bunch, so I felt like I was getting dragged along a little bit, and I missed some story stuff. And we got to a point where I'm like, I have no idea what's happening. And like, Scott didn't care about the story, so he's like, you just need to pick this. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to either go back and figure out what's happening, or maybe start another character. Because I was enjoying the bit that we played, but I was sitting there trying to read stuff while Scott's already leveling along, so I need some time with it myself, I guess. So no closer to actually completing the narrative. Killing bosses gets you closer, Sly. Exploring is the best part of Elden Ring. There's so much to find. So much lore to uncover. You were Elden Ringing correctly. Elden Ringing correctly. My favorite is still my favorite. I'm sorry. My Typhus is my favorite metal model. It's so well sculpted. My favorite metal model is my Book Dragon. Just slowly coming along. I'm excited for when that gets finished, Mousebeat. I know you're excited for that one. I'm excited to see. I'm at that point in my life now where it's my son telling me why my build is wrong and pointing me in the right direction. Your build's not wrong. You can build whatever you want. That's kind of the fun of Elden Ring, is there's all sorts of builds. Is there a way to min-max them? Yes. Do you have to do that? No. Here to tell you. Here to tell you no. You can get through with, man, most builds. I would say unless you pick the absolute min for everything across the board, maybe then you would have a hard time, but no. You can play with all sorts of builds. 7 play for you and you watch. I'm excited to have back with the DLC. Add it to the count, paint it so we're talking Elden Ring again. I'm obsessed with that game. Alright, we got our little hammock kind of situated. I feel like the skin tones need another highlight. Maybe we add a little bit of the, kind of like the Warhammer orcs do, where they add a little bit of pink. Let's do that. I feel like it needs it. We're gonna get Katie and Flesh Tone out. Add a little pink. Thank you, chat, for making me get my Whiskey Golem back out. We won't finish him today, but I will keep him out of my desk so we can finish him. Because I do want him finished. We definitely got further along. It's good. You made a commitment. What are we now making, Jazzy? What have we committed to? One finish him already looks better than mine. I want him done, but he's not there yet. Because now I have the rest of the keyword I also need to get done. I would say expect more Malifaux in the future, chat. The burrito is so big. Threw some in the whip. Awesome. I'll take a look. I know you were working on some of the older Malifaux. Okay, this little bit of pink is helping quite a bit. Malifaux. Thank you, Masby, for the bits. I feel like getting this keyword out would be fun. But thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Because I've got, like... It's all of the, like, drink... Is it the Tri-Chi keyword? So I've got, like, the Drunken Monks. I've got the Little Tanuki. I've got a couple other... Like, the Brewmaster and all of that. I think we just need time to paint it. Saving up to get the Dung Beetle Knight pinup. Dung Ball pinup from Kingdom Death. Yes. We painted the... Dung Ball pinup is the one that we did. That one is on my Instagram if you want to see. We did that a little while back. That was a fun paint. I really enjoyed that mini. Okay, that pink helps quite a bit. Let's go back and add a little bit of pink on his little feet. That helped more than I thought it would. Well, these just absolutely face first into this whiskey. You the Brewmaster Owen's sitting here too, and his crew. Switching the hobby room sounds good, Panda. Long crew, a lot of guild, dabbling to explorers, kinda. Forgot the keyword, synergize with the guild. I know Scott was eyeing up maybe a couple of the new boxes coming. I feel like putting the pink on their cheeks makes sense with whiskey as well. Like I'm kind of hitting two birds with one stone here, adding the pink. Get a little bit on their little ears. So cute. Grandma's definitely the pink cheeks, yeah. I think I accidentally hit a good idea here with it. Can you try a game of Malifaux? We need to do one, like Scott and I, where we actually do like the schemes and stuff. The ones I've played have just been like kill each other type missions, just to like learn the basics. Need to do one with like actually all of the stuff in play. What I have played has been really fun though. So I played a game with Mousebait at Adepticon, which was a blast. And then Scott and I played another game. And super enjoyed it. Slam! Thank you so much for that sub for 59 months. Love support. Thank you. How are you? Here too, thank you. You have elevated, you have, thank you. Thank you, I was trying to segue into that. So stream update, chat. We locked down February for Partner Plus. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to anyone who either moved a sub over, went up a tier, swapped out a gift sub for a paid sub, all of that, subbed for the first time. Thank you for that. We locked in February. What does that mean? We need to keep or grow our paid subs again for March and April. Here is where I'm asking for a little help. March, we're going to be gone a week with Adepticon, and it's scaring me a little bit. If you guys have the, like, share your sub thing early in the month and you can hit it, I really appreciate that, because then we can make sure that the number gets locked in for March. The tier 3, yep, that does help. So, as long as you hit it by the end of March, that helps us. But if you see it early, if you're someone who, like, snoozes it or whatever, if you don't mind hitting button early, that helps us out. I'm a little worried for March just having a week off. Because that means that's a week where people can't share sub stuff. Yeah. But if we keep it, or we grow it, here for March and April, then when it goes live in May, I get a better sub split. So if you want to read all of that, if you're someone like me who does better reading stuff, that's in the chat. But basically, yeah, we need to maintain what we've got, or grow it just for a little wiggle room. But thank you. We have unlocked February, so we've got 2 more months to go. Life and Madness, hello, Arm. How are you? Reading is for nerds, that's right. Speaking of. Thank you. Thank you, Slam, for the support. I really, really, really appreciate it. How are ya? What you doing today? A few short live streams for Adepticon. Potato Cam look at this type thing. The thing is, I also don't want to kill my numbers while we do that. Also paying for internet while we're there, and frankly, I just want to enjoy my time at Adepticon. Like, I know a lot of people do content from Adepticon. For me, it's really just hanging out and seeing friends. I don't want to make that a content thing. It feels a little icky to me. So I think I would rather, if the button comes up early, if you don't mind clicking it, that would help. Obviously, when we get back, we can see where we're at. But I just wanted to share that I'm a little worried for March just because we have a week off. But yeah, monetize your friends. It feels a little icky to me. It feels a little icky. So I will not be. I know other people will do it, and that's their choice, obviously. I feel a little icky about it. Yeah, let me show you Live Menace, because I know you also chipped in here. There's little Goku. So he's not absolutely blazed today. And now he's back to cute. And then here's no UI Goku. I almost said no new Goku, but they're both new, so that doesn't help. I just want to hang out at that's where I'm at. Yeah. No, you're right. It's a good option if we were worried about losing streams, but I feel a little icky about it. No, Bill, that's not what I mean. Bahamut, hello, how are you? We're doing well. What you up to? Ooh, who's next? Same characters, but in filler arc gear. So we're gonna do the driving exam for Goku and Piccolo, and Vegeta in his Badman shirt, because I need them. Then we start to fill out. So I actually did leave a space here on purpose for a smaller. He originally, when she printed out the stencil, he was gonna be most of my arm. But we scaled him down a bit. Because once that's done, we have... I don't want to crowd Piccolo, but we have a little space here that can either be Shenron or background. And I think I'll have a little bit on the back. But... So I was thinking Gohan as Saiyaman with Videl, because I think they're adorable. And they could potentially go here. Little Goten and Trunks doing the fusion dance could be smaller, and we could put them somewhere as well. I'd also really like Bulma, but I don't know where to put her. So I'm going to pick out like a few things, and then I think through the power of stencil and working with my artist, we'll figure out what can fit and go from there. Petition for Hercule. Gotta get... Well, I already had the mustache. Live Madness. He's already set through my mustache. gangly, awkward teenage Goten. I thought about him on the... It's just in the manga right now, but he's riding the Nimbus Cloud and playing on, like, a Switch. And it's adorable. I thought about him, like, up here or something, but... But yeah, we just gotta put... There's only so much arm, and I'm sad about it. I'm sad that it's almost full. But also really happy that it's coming together, so... But we're definitely... We have to strategize now. There's only so much room. No Yamcha on the elbow. I am not looking forward to filling that. Because that's the... I only did a portion of the elbow ditch. Look how much is left, chat. Not looking forward to it. It's gonna hurt. Oh, they're up when? Do love, but unfortunately, not on this arm. Pick a tat. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Ah, thank you so much on it first. Appreciate it. Look how much more pain I get. Yeah, it's great. I was making the strangest of faces on my artist while I'm sitting there trying to remember to breathe. So he hurt. You have 2 legs and another arm. I've got a berserk piece planned for the other arm, so I think one arm is just fine, and I've got other stuff we can do. Don't get me wrong, chat. If I had the money, I'd be in a full bodysuit. Don't get me wrong. But I have other stuff I want to do. Also, I have a level 25 druid now, and I'm just zoning out this morning and clicking away. Those games are so perfect for that. Or to just, like, throw on some music and... Like an ARPG. Slam's playing Last Epoch. Those games are perfect for that. You can just zonk out and level and run through a zone. So good for that. You always reach out to Slanesh and ask for more arms. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it. If I could just, you know, become a chaos spawn right now, please. I'm gonna need it. My whole back will be one piece. Dragon Ball one arm. The idea is either Berserk or Berserk plus different manga panels on the other arm. Yeah, but I need some more pretty art. I'm trying to decide how much Berserk I go. This poor NPC's trying to tell me stories. I discovered just how fast... Okay, so you're a Scot. That's how I got left behind. You're a Scot, where I like learning about the area and stuff. I think some of it's fun. That's how I got left behind. It's such a good game. It feels really good. If anyone has the ARPG itch, maybe you're like me and you don't want to play Diablo, can recommend Last Epoch. It's very good. It feels very good. I was going to suggest Nikki become a Hindu god. She goes straight to spawn. I know better. When Nikki gets into a fight, she can ask her opponent, do you want Berserk or the dragon? Which one do you feel like going up against? That's your hobby too? Yeah. I wanna... I paid money for the game, I wanna learn about it. I'll listen to the story if people want to, but on my own, I just click too much. Listen to major story beats, random side quests. Just give me the marker, bro. Okay, well... I'll play and catch up, and then we can do endgame stuff together, it's fine. I'm just too slow for everyone else. People don't say stuff in the reason I hate pugs. Oh, for boss fights? Yes. Especially, like, the first time. Like, let me just... I paid for the content. Let me see it, please. Let me see it. Move the pace of who I play with. I think I kind of told you, like, we got to a spot where it was, like... I don't want to spoil anything story-wise, but it was, like, a very different, like, change of scenery, and I'm like, where are we? And Scott's just like, well, just pick your mastery, and I'm like, but what am I doing? She's like, I don't even know why I'm here. That bothers me. I want to know what the heck is happening. What's going on? It's like, just pick the thing so we can keep killing shit. It's like, but why am I here? You acted, yeah, I didn't get to. I just want to get some skills under my belt and see what the combos are, yeah. I don't know. I'm almost afraid to say this. I love Scott, and I like playing games with Scott. Sometimes it's tough to play games with Scott. Sometimes the co-op is not what I want. You push left mouse button. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. You're there so you can keep killing shit, apparently. That's all. That's it. So yeah, I gotta decide, one, if I have the time to add it on top of the other games I've already looked at. And two, if I start a new character, if I just keep going ham on Druid and figure out what story I've missed, I guess. Sometimes your styles don't mesh. Yeah, I think I've learned that a little bit. If I can force him to slow down, like if the story itself is forcing him, then we're good. Yeah, I like to explore a little bit. I don't want to rush through the thing I already spent a lot of money on. Where is? Talking games, re-downloading Final Fantasy. Launcher keeps crashing during the update. Avian, I don't know how to... I don't know how you keep breaking games. I feel like there's something either with your system or that you're doing. I don't know what it is. And I wish that I could help, but you seem to break things way more than I've ever had issues with them. And I don't know what to recommend. Other than, like, if it continues to do it, if you need to reinstall it or something. But you're already reinstalling, so I don't know. I would say, I know there was one time where Mousebait was having trouble, but it was actually because the servers were down. It was just from their error message. It was hard to know that that's what was happening. So maybe check that first, that servers are okay for an update. But I don't know, Avian. You have much more issues than I do, and I don't know what would be causing it. Thank you, Sam. Thank you for the idea. Yeah, Mousebait had weird Bluetooth issues with hers. Oh, drivers conflicting. Turn off Discord. I was gonna say, if you've got video drivers to install. I don't know what else to recommend, though. I'm sorry. You have much... I feel bad. You have way more problems with game installs and things than I do. But I don't know what to recommend to fix it. Because I haven't had to. If you have a controller, unplug it. That's a good one in general for troubleshooting. JPEG, hello, how are you today? We're trying to get a little further on our Whiskey Golem. How are you? Not gonna finish him today, but we got a lot further, which makes me happy. So Mr. Driver's conflicting for the hardware. I still have to make sure I have my headphones off when I start. That's really strange, and I don't understand. I don't know what's causing it to conflict like that. Especially because I know that I have my headphones and my controller. Usually are plugged in. Wait, what are we doing, Panda? Oh, I thought I had white ink. Guess I don't. Time to thin the hell out of some paint. Use water to thin down white paint. If you have flow improver, I would use flow improver. It helps the white kind of stick together a bit more. White, you tend to break up the pigment quite a bit with water. If you have flow improver, I would recommend, or a medium of some sort. It's still not gonna quite be ink, so it'll still be a little different, but if you need to thin down a white, I would use flow improver, or a medium. Yeah. Oh, the Runes of the Librarian? Yeah, I would say if you do a little bit of flow aid, that'd be good. That would help. That should be fine then, yeah. Let's see, JPEG went for a walk with my brother today. Came across all the cutest cows. That sounds like a good day to me, JPEG. Adorable. Kind of flow improver for airbrushing, yeah. Especially for the closer you get to white. So if you're working with yellows with white, it helps quite a bit. That sounds like a good day to me, JPEG. Glad you got to enjoy the cows. Big fluffy ones with big horns. That sounds so cute. We found a possum at work. Me and my boss were like, can we take him home? We didn't. We named him Macaroni. Adorable. Macaroni the possum. A fine name for a young possum. We have a possum around here somewhere. I've not seen him in a little bit. I hope he's doing okay. We had one. He was even like coming up to our like our screen door. He was a cutie pie. He was out during the rain, kind of worried me. But he may live in the drain ditch. Maybe. What did I shade with before? Yeah, this is the problem with picking up projects. I don't remember what I did before. I feel like there's some Rhinox in there, but I'll figure that out later. I bet them and later saw a sign that was like, stay away at least 25 meters for your own safety. Whoops. I'm sure that's a good old liability sign, right? The cows bite you, it's not our fault type of sign. How many days to Adepticon? 20 now, you think? Yeah, ish. Getting close. Getting close. It sneaks up on me every single year somehow. Can't believe it's that close already. We all feeling good for Adepticon stuff? My big thing is getting Sadie ready for being babysit. This is our first time to leave her with someone. So that's my main worry. Making sure Sadie's gonna be all set. Not that I don't think who is watching her will do a good job. Just that I want Sadie to behave. That's what I'm worried about. I know she's in good hands. I just want her to behave. Which, maybe I'm asking for too much. I don't know. Alright, chat. I think this is a good stopping point for me. We got a lot done on him, though, and I'm going to keep him on my desk so that I can keep kind of... I may tinker with him a bit more today, actually. He's really cute, and I want him done, especially because I have the rest of the keyword. So, here is where we've got everybody. We fixed some of the non-metallic. Not everything. This part with the very, very soft detail, I'm going to go back and keep working on because it's bothering me. But we got some of the gremlins kind of finished up. We're going to finish up the whiskey. And then, yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I can do a couple, like, smaller sessions, just kind of little bits at a time. There's ruining your joke. Well, you could just add more. Yeah, so there's these two. There's the one in here. There's the one in the hammock. And then there's one that I have misplaced. So he has like a little swing. But I think he's down in the tub with some of my other stuff that's in progress. So I've got to find him too. But yeah. We have Jack and Daniel, and we can add some more. There is a bunch. Yeah, sometimes we just need to finish it on a win and come back later. So he's next to Croaks. I finished Croak, though. We got him. There we go. Jack, Daniel, John, and Walker. I'm ready to go. But yeah, I'll work on him. The rest of this week, so Monday and Tuesday, we're going to work on Ultramarines, which is something I never get to say. We're going to work on some Desolation Marines tomorrow, and then some Centurions on Tuesday. Wednesday, no stream. I'm going to record the February challenge, and also, I think, start Vashtor if I've got time. So, YouTube, important things this week. Our next anime repaint goes up on Wednesday. That is going to be Piccolo, along with the first members-only tutorial. So you guys can see how I'm planning to do that and how that all looks if you are interested. Vashtor will be after that. So that'll be this week. What else have I got? I also owe you guys a Sub Sunday vote. So as soon as I figure out what Slanesh and other stuff I've got, I will get that together. But for now, if you want to check out my socials, check out the Discord. Thank you so much, Slam, for putting those into the chat. You can check them out there. I think I'm just going to wrap up here for today and go get some lunch. Thank you, everyone, for coming to spend part of your Sunday with us. I really appreciate it. And we'll be back tomorrow. So have a good rest of the weekend, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.